Alright, I do believe I'm live. Hello and welcome everyone, Lady Rogue Gaming here. So I made a post and I addressed this in the post, but I would like to directly address this on the stream. I am very sorry for not streaming Sunday night and for not giving any kind of an announcement or anything on it. I am very sorry for that. I was just too exhausted to stream, and I really should have made a post about it, so that is my fault for that. I very much failed everyone in that regard, so I do apologize. I'm going to get better on that if I do end up not feeling enough, or like, well enough to be able to stream, then it's my responsibility to let everyone know why. So, I am sorry for that. I'll make sure that doesn't happen again. But I'm trying to make up for it with this bonus stream here. Guarantee we're still going to be streaming tomorrow night. And in the time that from the last time I streamed to now, I happen to get a follower, so I want to give them a shout out. It looks like His Highness 2014 gave me a follow 5 days ago, so thank you very much to them. I really do appreciate that. Alright. It's been like a week since I've played Valheim, so I'm going to be making some control errors. Plus, I've been playing, I've been learning Ark, Survival Ascended with keyboard and mouse. And then I've also been playing a lot of Factorio with my sister and brother-in-law, so I, might have some control issues here is what I'm trying to get at, everyone, because I have an airhead of a brain. I am an airhead. I don't know how to say that. I am an airhead, and yeah, I don't think I changed it at all, but let me check the, okay, good, it's still on performance. I have to keep it in performance because in the town here we get, about like 20 frames. I did notice that on the 2nd of this month we got a bug fix. Well, it was multiple bug fixes. I did not look at the change log, so I don't know what they fixed, but probably just fixing up some stuff because I've been seeing the Reddit really busy talking about Ashlands. So hyped for that. I still got to fight the Queen. We haven't done that yet. I was saving it, but if Ashlands is coming out, I think that means we're going to have another boss to go along with it, and I've very specifically not explored or gotten close to any of my Ashland biome yet, so it does not generate. I don't know if they regenerate the biomes when they update them. I'm not entirely sure how that works, or if they go like the Mojang route and like dedicate to not messing with people's like preloaded areas in their worlds. I'm not for sure. Just in case it's like that, I'm not discovering it. Just like in Minecraft, when you go off and discover new chunks, that blocks up land for potentially new biomes in the future. Sorry, I'm kind of just looking around. I need to figure out. I know we were going to be working on finishing some stonework around the town and doing some maybe work on the border. I'm not for sure. We might have to go get more stone because we used a lot the last time we played. God damn it. I keep pressing sprint to sprint. I keep pressing shift to sprint. I changed it to control on here because it was confusing my brain because of how Minecraft is. Yeah, that's all the stone we have. We're gonna have to go up to the mountain and get more. So, before we get started on any building, I guess we should do that. Okay, that's gonna mess with me. Hold on. I'm gonna swap that back. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, C is to toggle walk. Q is auto run. I don't ever walk though. That'd be more for like roleplay. Nah, we'll just leave crouch as left shift. We'll see. Wait. Yeah, and then control is supposed to be run. Wait, no. Did I not just swap those? Did I not save that? Did I... Now I'm confused. Okay, now I think I swapped it back to default. Yeah, okay. Dear Lord, sorry everyone. I'm having like some brain issues. It's still pretty early. I haven't finished my coffee yet. I'm only halfway through my cup. Let me drink some more of this. I don't remember where I left my cart. Oh, wait. Yeah, I know where it's at. It should be all the way up top. Because I was working on the stairs up here. We did a bunch of stonework over here last time. Got this prepared for lumber storage. I'm going to build another warehouse right here. No, you can't ping in person, can you? You can only ping on the map. No, I swear you could ping... Hold on. Maybe not. Okay, you can't. Wait, what does this mean? Right-click build selection. I changed the controls, though. Because yeah. My right-click, I changed to destroying stuff. And then my middle mouse button, or as I call it, my scroll wheel button, because, you know, that's how my brain works. How do I put this away? R? Yeah, R is how you, like, sheath stuff. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. Sorry, everyone. Like I said, it's been, like, over a week since I played this, so I kind of forgot how to play it a little bit. Is the cart all the way up? Oh, yeah, it's right there. It's right there. Oh, my God. God, I have a bunch of shit on me. That's right, I remember I was like, nah, that'll be future me's problem. Well, now it's future me, and now it's my problem. I gotta run down to the tavern, put some food up, we'll put this other random crap up, and then we'll go get some stone. And I mean, I guess if I remember, I'll repair my tools. It's not really necessary. The pickaxe is pretty much full. Like, tab. Yeah, there we go. Jesus Christ. I've used it twice. I'm not worried about repairing it. Raw meat. I have... Actually, yeah, I have some deer meat, and then I have some boar meat. Some animal flesh bits. If anyone knows Ryan George, he's a very funny man. If you don't know Ryan George, I recommend checking out his channel on YouTube. He has his personal channel, Ryan George, and then he also has, as like part of Screen Rant, he has Pitch Meeting, and he does these like one-on-one sketches like with himself, but he's playing two characters, and one of them's the screenwriter and the other one is like the producer, and like he's like, he watches the movies and then he makes like a fake pitch meeting for it, sometimes addressing some of the silly shit that happens in the movie, other times just addressing like huge inconsistencies like, oh wait, but what about this? And then screenwriter guy is like, oh well, don't worry about it. Or one of my favorite catchphrases of his is super easy, barely an inconvenience. And then producer guy will be like, oh really? And then screenwriter guy is like, yeah, see, we just don't. Like I said, I'm not doing him justice. He's a very, very funny Canadian man. Okay, some wood. I guess I'll run back up, get the cart, or grab the wood out of the cart. I still have animal heads to put up. Hold on. I'm very disorganized. It's been a minute. Wait. I'm such a dingus. Why did I name this sign. That's not how I do the outside, or that wasn't how I was doing the outside signs. Let me just... God damn it. There we go. Dear Lord. But yeah, we got this staircase added in. Oh, excuse me. Got this staircase added in, and we got this one added in. We built up this wall behind the warehouse. We got this, like, ground put in. Dear Lord. I'm sorry, everyone. The air decided it needed to escape from my body. And like I said, we're going to do, like, a lumber warehouse here. But anyway, I'm getting distracted. Although, there's nothing new there. Treasure, more stuff. God damn it. Okay, hold on. Let's go get... Let's eat my food, I guess. I'm going to have to get more food. There's a lot of things we got to do before we head out. Let me just grab this cart. Pull it over a little bit, but not, like, all the way. Oh, come on. Dear Lord. There we go. Yeah, I'll just bring it up this way. I gotta dig this down just a little bit anyway for the stairs, so. I was hoping to smooth it out enough to get the cart up through there, but oh my god, maybe not. Here, you freaking stupid cart. You make life so difficult. Why are they so useful, but yet so absolutely useless when it comes to traversing difficult terrain? I guess that's the point. You're supposed to use them on easy terrain. But guess what? If it was easy terrain, I wouldn't need a cart. If it was easy... Well, actually, I was going to say, if it's easy terrain, I probably built there. But no, not necessarily. I built all along the side of this mountain. It wasn't always easy. There we go. God damn it, I'm still over encumbered. How do I... No. How do I drop stuff? There we go. Also, I noticed, the weight, they changed it. They tell you the total weight and the individual weight as well of the items. That's cool, that's cool. That's one of their little, little bug fixes here. I like that, I like that. I'm gonna go put this treasure up real quick, the amber that I have. This one? No. Maybe it was the one I was looking at. No. Top one? Yeah, okay. Where do I put the bees? I don't... Farmhouse, I guess. I don't know if I have any extra bees. No, I must. I've got to. There's no way I haven't picked up more bees since, like, setting up all my bees. Plus, I was left with my house, maybe? Yeah, it might be my house. It does make sense to be there. The bees aren't in here, and I know they're not in any of the seed boxes. Yeah, I don't know. Guess I'll go check my house. Unless they're, like, in the... Yeah, I don't know. I'll just go check the tavern, and then I'll check my house. Maybe the bees are in the kitchen or something. Or, like, under in the basement. No, maybe in this part, but I don't think so. And then it's gonna be the, yeah, Jotun Puffs, and then if I have anything in here, yeah, it's wheat, which we gotta make some bread, so. Yeah, and we don't have any dough made up. Wrong button. Bees. Bees, 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 bees. Bizza, bizza, bees. Maybe they're over here. Cool, I have some salad. I'm gonna have to make some more, though. I'll check upstairs. If they're not in my house, then I don't have any bees, which is strange. I know these ones are all labeled, but still. And then it's just gonna be turnips and carrots and then onions in this last set here. Okay, let's go check my house then. And if there's none in the house, then I suppose I just didn't have any extra bees? So where would they be in the warehouse? I wouldn't have put them in there. Like, the only thing I could guess is maybe they're sitting in my room. Because I have random crap in there. I hate that the shutters do that. I wish they could open outward. No bees. Alright, well, I guess the bees are going in here. No, they'll go in the farmhouse. I swear, I've collected bees since. I don't understand. I didn't mean to roll off my roof, but I guess that works. Here, I'm heading back over to that side anyway. And I need to put the wood down over here. Okay. Put... It's fine wood. What's in here? Random bullshit. How much wood do I have? Oh, okay. Here. Oh, there is a partial stack. Never mind. There we go. Dear Lord. I gotta make food. So disorganized. If only... You good? They got alerted. What was it, 'cause that deer ran by? What's going on? Why are you freaking out? You're frightened. It's okay, little buddy. Why are you frightened? Did that deer scare you? Okay, he calmed down. The rest of them should calm down too. Just gotta get a running start and then I can get out of there because my feet can barely catch the ledge. My jumping's almost up there. Remember how to play this game, Chloe. Come on, you can do it, girl. Yeah, my run is up. As long as I don't die, that'll stay at 100. Jump would be higher. It'd be like 86 or 87 if I didn't die so much. It's because I don't jump as often as I used to. I have all these stairs to get around now. I have stuff to go put away. Alright, I hate myself. I should have just put it away while I was like already down that way. I know I didn't come all the way over, but I was like part of the way over. So we're gonna put that little lizard boy head up, and then the resin and the animal flesh. Animal flesh, animal flesh. There we go. Yeah, I was just doing a quick scan over of everything. Yeah, there's no bees in here. I really thought I had bees, everyone. I swear I did. The only thing I could think is maybe I brought my extra bees over to Shadow's world, but, like, I don't think I did that. Because I know I didn't have just a perfect amount of bees to fill out the bee area. And I swear they would have been up in the little shack, unless they're, like, outside, but that was, like, equipment boxes. Oh, yeah, fuck. I have more wood right here. I'll give the little shack once over. I know, I already looked through all of these. I'll just check and see. Those are all empty. Treasure, treasure. More treasure. I count this box as like my quest item box. Not really quest item, just important items now. I need to move some of this stuff down into my house. Yeah, and that's just the outfits from Hilder, plus the little fire pit things you can get from her. And then I've got the... Oops, wrong button. Not even wrong button, just didn't even mean to press that. There's a torch. A bunch of the buke parries and my old equipment, my arrows. There's just going to be more equipment, and even more equipment. Yeah, I did not have bees, I guess. Weird. I call a... blasphemy on that, but whatever. Not much I can do. I didn't find any bees. What am I gonna do? Like draw and quarter myself? I'd rather not. I like to live. Alright, we gotta turn this flour into dough. Oh, I have wood on me. You know what? Perfect. Perfect. I'll just put this wood in here. And then I gotta go light the oven. I'll put this wood up. Those will stay lit long enough. I gotta go grab whatever other flour has been milled and then get more barley milling. Okay, nothing was milling. That's unfortunate. Yeah, shift click. There we go. Want just 50. This is why I need to get more windmills, but not in Stoneport. We're all about our harbor here. God damn it. There we go. That time was a misclick. I don't know why I thought left mouse button, but you know, I did. Okay. Let me... Whoa. Okay, it's milling, but it's not... Is the wind just, like, dead? I don't... Oh, wait, wind's coming from behind. It would turn around that way if there was any wind. I don't even see any of the, like, wind trails. I see little particulates showing where the wind is going, but... Oh, I saw a wind trail. That's weird that it's not spinning. It has nothing to do with it being in performance. And, like, I see, like... stuff in there happening. Like, it's acting like it's milling it. I'm hoping to linger around long enough to see at least one get processed. Unless, if there's no wind, this just doesn't process. I mean, I can fix there being no wind. I just gotta go down to a boat for it to activate, I'm pretty sure. Well, because if I use motor's power now, it doesn't move the wind unless I'm in a boat, right? I don't see the arrow moving on the map. Yeah, I gotta be in a boat for it. Okay, let me go hop in a boat real quick. And the wind slightly readjusted. Okay, let's go check on the mill. There we go. Like, what would be the easiest way off of this boat? I know it doesn't matter, but, like, it matters to me. It's not moving. But has it processed anything? I know it takes a minute to process. It's not processing. Okay, I don't think I'm in range. Oh, I am in range. Cool. So it's just not weird. I guess I'm just gonna leave it be. Doesn't look like there's anything I can do about it. I'm gonna get, I hope this doesn't have anything to do with the bug fix. Not to just automatically blame it on that. I don't want to be one of those people. But yeah, we're gonna grab that. I didn't realize I had something fermenting. Cool. And then I'm gonna turn this into dough. Oh, good golly. Sorry, I had to blow my nose, everyone. I was not doing that with my microphone unmuted. Okay, let's bake our bread. We're gonna have to do 3 cook cycles total, but that's not a big deal. Oh, but part of the reason why I was so exhausted was, and why I didn't stream Sundays. Saturday, I went airsofting for the first time in 4 years. Oh my god, it was so much fun. I went so hard though, my legs are still rubber, and that was, what, it's Tuesday? Yeah, that was a few days ago, you know? But I had, like, done no cardio or any form of exercise really before that, and then had been doing, like, yard work for an entire week before that, getting a bunch of stuff planted, helping my sister out. It's been great. It's supposed to rain today, but I'm hoping that it either doesn't rain or it's a very light rain, because it's only like a 40% chance, and if it doesn't rain, we're going to be getting out there and doing more yard work later. Just cleaning up the yard, picking up sticks, weed-eating areas, and then mostly we've been like preparing our flower beds and stuff. I say our, like my sister, but I'm involved in the whole like gardening project, so it's kind of like, that's why I'm saying ours. We got a bunch of peppers planted yesterday, different kinds, bell peppers, jalapenos, I think some red peppers, maybe a chili or two. I'm not for sure on what all we were planting. I know we need to get some tomatoes planted soon. And then we have a few other plants that we're wanting to grow. Well, we got some oregano planted. That was one of the things we got planted yesterday. Okay, I know I need the puffs. And then I need onions and I think turnips for the salad. Salad. Oh no, it was cloudberries. That's right, it was super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Is it done? Not quite yet. The fact that it's raining outside in Valheim right now, this is such a vibe. I love doing stuff inside while it's raining. I guess we worked through the night. I had planned on sleeping, but that's fine. Onions. Onions. The onion. Over here in the unlabeled chest, eventually I'll label it. Alright, salad. See, I don't get recipes like this. Is it just for my convenience that it crafts 3 at a time? Because it's not like it takes 1 of each and I get 3 salads. It takes 3 of each. So why not just have the recipe be 1 salad for 1 puff, 1 onion, and 1 berry? Maybe it's because they're like, well, you always collect the cloudberries in such big clusters. Maybe that's their thought process. Like, I don't mind. There's functionally no difference recipe-wise of doing it as like the set of 3 versus if they had just like a single salad recipe. It doesn't make sense. Hey, Mr. Big Bro, welcome. Thank you for the first time chat. How are you doing? Craft 1 more set. No, actually, I'll just craft it all up. You're doing good. Oh, I'm doing pretty good. I failed to stream Sunday night, so I was doing a bonus stream right now to try to make up for that. And then I have a stream to do tomorrow night as well, but, I mean, I'm doing pretty good. The last few days have been kind of busy for me, but, I got to go airsofting on Saturday with my brother. It's the first time I went in like 4 years. And, then I've been helping my sister with a bunch of gardening and stuff, and it's been a ton of fun. I've been wanting to learn more about that. Okay, I'm gonna need more bread, but we do not have the flour yet. And our mill is not milling. I don't understand. Yes, I'm from the US. I opt for, airsofting over paintball because not only is it cheaper, but it's not messy and it doesn't hurt as bad. Okay, now we're ready to go collect some stone. But yeah, no, I used to go like every other week, because we had a group and we were all real consistent, but then scheduling changed. The original group wasn't able to make it. We've cycled out members, and then my scheduling just never worked out for the last like 4 years, so I was very, very fortunate and happy about being able to go the other day. You did airsoft, then it passed by. Yeah, it's one of those things. If you don't have an area to go, or if you don't have a group to play with, then it's really easy to just fall off of it because it's not as much fun by yourself, or like if you're going to one of the professional fields, or in my case, one of our group members, family members has some land that we go out to and we airsoft there. But otherwise we wouldn't have a place to go. But yeah, no, I love it. I like cardio in general. I haven't been good about doing any cardio recently, but airsoft's great for that. You do plenty of running. I'm not like crazy about exercise, but I do try to stay conscious of my health a bit. You went alone at the end, and some people loved that you were still going, but then it completely stopped because of COVID. Oh, yeah, see, that put a big hold up on everyone's schedule as well with my group, and that was part of the why we stopped. And then when we got back to it, my scheduling just didn't permit, so. But yeah, no, I get that. COVID unfortunately stopped the regularity of a lot of things. And then now the world's just like, COVID, what's that? That never existed. And it's like, okay, sure. So that's how sicknesses work. They just go away. But no. Okay, let's finish breaking these rocks. Oh, I left a little bit up here. No, that's right, yeah, because I was completely full, and I'm like, I'm not coming back up for 6 rocks. I have more wood currently than I care to even do anything with, and I have plans to build, so eventually we'll get it used up. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I didn't even notice. Thank you for the follow, I really appreciate that. Every follow helps me get closer to my goal. Nice to see somebody that already has stone. Well, I've gotten a lot of stone. Last time, I had 4 black metal chests full of stone, and then we ran through all of it, building up the town, trying to get the infrastructure done, because as much as I love Stoneport, I want to move on to other town projects in this world, like the Swamp Town, whatever that's going to be called. And then I need to make a little plains farming village so I can have like 6 windmills there and just huge fields of barley. But I never hold on to my resources for too long because I am primarily a builder. But it's no fun just doing it all in creative. Like, sure, it's fun having all of the tools at your disposal, but, like, I like going to a creative test world to, like, design certain buildings. But, honestly, for the most part, with Valheim, I just wing it as I go. With, like, Minecraft, I have a creative copy of my world that I'll build, like, pretty much every big structure in to blueprint, but, I don't know. I've only done that with, I think, 2 buildings, for this world, for the, my treasure hall, or no, sorry, the trophy hall. That's the right word. And then the smithy shop. You're just gonna say this. You're not one of those frickin' bots that goes from stream to stream, do what they call something with art, but be good. I'm not that. I'm real, and I'm here to watch you and talk with you. Well, cool. Thanks for letting me know that. I don't know how much bot traffic I've gotten on Twitch, really. I'm sure I've gotten some, but I get a lot of bot traffic on Twitter, which is really annoying. You know, the cesspool that is Twitter. I refuse to call it what the clown man Elon wants it called. Since he himself can't even call it that. It is and always will be Twitter. But you know, that's a whole other discussion. You have it on Twitter, Twitch, Discord, and Instagram. So I've never used Instagram, but I'm not very photogenic either. But yeah, no, I mean, I've dealt with bots on Discord too, to be fair, so. And I know they're out there. Oh, there's another big rock on this side. How many more rocks are there? I should probably see that. Oh, there's a lot of rocks over here still. Oh, sweet. Okay. Yeah, we're not going to have any kind of stone shortage anytime soon. Depends on how you look at yourself than others. I mean, that's fair. I have a hard time with my appearance most days, honestly. It also doesn't help that society is constantly, like, beating me down and just, like, I don't know. It would help if I didn't live in an area with so many bigots. Living in the Midwest and being a trans woman is not a great combination. But I've learned to deal with it. I have a good support group, and that makes it easier to deal with. Part of the reason why I don't stream with a camera. But if I'm being, like, real, I also don't have a camera. But it would have been something I invested in, though, if it was what I was worried about. Being a nice trans woman, being happy with herself, isn't that the best there is? Oh, well, yeah, no, for sure. I agree with that mindset, because at the end of the day, how I think about myself is what matters most. Other people's opinions don't, like, change my opinion of myself. It just hurts sometimes, like, when someone's just, like, mean to me. Your English is not that great, but you're from Europe, maybe because of that. Hey, it's fine. English is my only language, and I do not know how to speak English very well sometimes, so there is going to be no form of judgment for me based off of grammar or anything like that. Do not worry. If I can understand the message well enough, that's all that really matters, right? Okay. Let's... Yeah, no, I gotta dig more of this ground out first. See how far down I can go over here. Because it starts to slope back down on the other side, so I might want to actually just move around and, yeah, start digging at it from right here. I think that'll save me some time. You're not gonna judge because I'm trans, though you never did. You think you kind of like that. Well, thank you for not judging. I appreciate that. I'm always trying to find people that are very inclusive, and like that's the general vibe I go for here too. Is like I don't deal with bigots. I don't deal with people that are gonna throw hate speech around. None of that's welcome here. I want to try to like make like not like a safe haven, just a safer space, you know, that anyone can come like chill. Anyone besides the bigots, of course. Because I am all about inclusion when it comes to things that are not just like harmful to others. You don't like that either. Good, yeah. I mean, it's pretty easy to not like people that are hateful and disrespectful, at least in my opinion it is. My whole thing is like, you respect me and I will respect you, and like I will give you the initial respect as well, so long as you don't just start off with disrespect kind of thing. Like, and that's the you as in like the royal you, like you as in just anybody, however you want to say that. You respect me? Well, thank you. I do appreciate that. I try to be as respectful to others as I can. And if you say it, you mean it. See, that's how I am with my words. Like, if I say something, I mean it. Like, not to be like, to pull straight from Dr. Seuss and quote Horton the Here's a Who, but I say what I mean and I mean what I say. And sometimes what I say might be mean, but hey, the truth can hurt. And I always heard growing up, if you don't like the truth, then change it. And it's very, very accurate. There have been a lot of truths I've had to confront in my life. Therapy helped me a lot with that. I'm a big advocate for therapy. I'm also not going to say that, oh, therapy will fix all your problems, because no. For one, you have to be willing and ready to go into therapy. For two, therapy's not always going to help you. I got really lucky. I got a really good therapist with having gone through therapy, and like she was very understanding, and it was just like after like the third session, it felt like still like going to therapy, but like it felt like meeting up with an old friend, and like I could literally just talk about anything, all of my issues and stuff, and but then there was like that level of like resistance or like hesitation removed, because I know that she was there to listen to my problems, and I didn't have to feel like I'm overwhelming someone with my issues when they have their own issues. It's exactly how you think about the world. You can't handle your honest truth and being and with your heart on your tongue, then yeah, walk the other way. Yeah, no, yeah, like saying the truth as it is, but also not just being like mean about it either, is like how I feel, and I'm taking that's how you're meaning it too. But it's like, yeah, like if someone needs to be called out and have a reality check, sometimes it's got to happen, and if they're not happy about it, well, take your reality check and do something about it. Yeah, constantly growing up hearing, just don't like the truth, then change it. Okay, yeah, let's go drop off what I have. God damn it. I keep forgetting how to play this, and it's only been like a week. Don't get stuck in there, I'm going very deep. Oh, don't worry, I have the jump to get out of there. I can do the very, very big jumping. My jump is up to 83, I think it was. I just looked at it a minute ago. Yeah, it's up to 83. Do I also play co-op PvE games? I like co-op, mostly just, play solo, it seems, anymore. But, I mean, I personally prefer playing co-op. Though, as a builder, it's tricky because, I have to, like, cordon off build areas, especially when I play with other builders. Because my primary choice of game is, survival builder, and then secondary choice is, like, RPG. But, I haven't played as many modern RPGs just because it's hard for me to find an RPG that keeps my attention. And that's not to say that there aren't a lot of really good RPGs out there. I just am an airhead, and I get distracted very easily, and, like, some games just don't draw me in like other games. Pretty much, if I can smack rock and build house, I'm playing that game. It's an oversimplification, but no, yeah, I stream from console. I don't have a good enough PC yet. I am working on building a PC, though, and then I'm going to get a capture card so I can do a 2-device setup. So I can stream from the computer, use OBS, have full integration with everything still, and then still be able to play on my console. You kind of like the building as well, but like to also play co-op games. I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong. I very much like playing with a group, or even just one other person at the very least. It's just either if we're building, for example, like if I'm playing with someone and we're building in the same area, there's the issue of like I am a self-appointed like grand builder, as I like to call it. I have a hard time building something small. Like if you want, like my starter houses are usually like at least 2-story houses. Most people's starter houses are just like a little box shack. I'm like, no, my starter house has to look good. Either that, or if it's like Minecraft, I live in the middle of a field for like the first month of gameplay until I'm gathering everything I need to build my house. And then after that, it's like, I just start like building just everywhere. Do I play Minecraft CurseForge? I've played modded Minecraft a little bit. Being a console player, I play Minecraft Bedrock mostly. I've only played Java a little bit. One mod I played was Mine Colonies, and that was really fun. But I did not have a good enough computer to run Java with more than 8 chunks of render distance. So I decided that I would just wait till I get a better computer to pick Java back up. And I play the console version. Well, I play it on my laptop, but it's still the cross-play console version because it's super optimized and I can actually run like up to like 30 chunks of render distance. But no, so unfortunately I don't play modded Minecraft. I love vanilla though. There's just a few quality of life mods I'd like to be able to add in that I just don't have. Yeah, like 98% on console, and if I'm streaming, it's on console, at least for now. I'll make a big announcement eventually whenever I get my PC. Unfortunately, I'm currently in between jobs and looking for a new one, but once I have that new job, I'll be able to continue building my PC. I already have my CPU, and I have everything else picked out that I'm getting. I just need about like $800 and then I'll be able to get there. But But that won't even be that hard to get when I start working, so I'm not upset about it. I have played a fair amount on PC though, just like lower powered PC games. One of my favorites is Factorio. I also love RimWorld. I've played a lot of Zomboid as well, Project Zomboid. Yeah, when I work, I can get so much more. For sure, for sure. Part of my problem is I struggle with my mental health a lot, and working full-time is really difficult. So then finding part-time work has been difficult because everywhere's just looking for a full-time worker. It's like, if I could handle that, full-time pay is nice. But I get to the point where, like, I just can't handle my job, and then, like, I risk just, like, wanting to quit because of not being able to handle it. Okay, yeah, we'll just use the pickaxe up till it breaks before I head back down. I'm a strong woman, I'll get there eventually. Well, thank you, I appreciate that. I like to think of myself as a strong, independent woman, but sometimes I'm just like, fuck, I depend on other people a lot. But I'm just happy to be able to say I have people I can depend on. Between my sister, brother-in-law, and my brother, I have an excellent support group there. And then I have a couple friends that I talk to every now and again. And then, you know, when I came out back in 2020, I lost a couple people from my quote-unquote friend group, but they very clearly were not friends to stop being friends with me, over me finally being my true self and coming out. So I was like, alright, cool. I got to weed out the pieces of shit out of my life. And then also, before that, I cut my toxic mother out of my life because the last words she spoke to me is I'm not her child. So I'm just like, okay. Helped really, like, remove a lot of the negativity out of my life from my, like, inner group, so I was not upset over it. Plus, I hate to say it and be so, like, callous about it, but she was never much of a mother to me anyway. And I don't know my father because, you know, she was a bit of a whore, so who knows who my father is. But at this point, I don't really care. And between, well, when I say my sister and brother-in-law, my sister's not actually my sister, but we're just really close, and I consider her to be a sister. She's been there more than, like, my actual blood sister, so, you know, it'd be like that. As the saying goes, the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. So, the bonds and ties you make with your friends can sometimes be stronger than that of blood ties, so, with family, depending on someone is good. I mean, yeah, I agree with that. God damn it, why did I come down here? I don't have wood, I have stone. I need to go to the warehouse. Dear Lord. That's what happens when I start talking. It's hard for me to multitask. You know that situation. They stab your back, and you get stronger out of it. Those friends want to come back, and then you say no. Yeah, no, for real. It's like, so often hear of, like, people's success stories online, and it's like, oh yeah, like, they wanted nothing to do with me, but then as soon as I have some money, it's like, oh, hey, can you help me? Oh, I'm family. You're supposed to help family. It's like, no, you're a piece of fucking garbage. You're not my family. It's like, I don't care if we're blood related or not. There's only 2 members of my blood family that I actually talk to. There's my brother, which he also streams, over at, his Twitch handle is Spetsnaz Taz. I recommend checking him out. He does, I think, 2 streams a day minus, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I think it's just the middle of the week. I don't remember, but he streams also. And then I still talk with my grandma. And, you know, for being 70 years old, that woman is so accepting of me and has tried so hard. I appreciate her so much. And to be honest, when I came out, I thought I was going to have trouble with her. But I've had 0 issues. Oh, here, let me... I'll just, drop his link in chat real quick. Dear, get the hell out of here. Go on. Get a life. No, I'm joking. Hold on. I don't have any of my links and stuff prepared. I'm sorry, everyone. I usually have a notepad, but I've not been able to use my computer recently because it died. Well, it didn't die. The CPU's just overloading. Like, it's overheating. It's sitting at 80 degrees Celsius when I turn the computer on. And, I mean, I know Fahrenheit, but, like, I also know that 80 degrees Celsius is, like, 120 Fahrenheit or some shit like that, and that's not good. Okay, I got his link. Oh, might help if I click in the chat. There we go. Okay, there's my brother's link. It's Spetsnaz Taz. But yeah, for anyone that wants to go follow him, it'd be greatly appreciated. Don't feel obligated, though, obviously. But he reached affiliate a few weeks back, and I'm so happy for him. Like, he's been grinding so hard. He really deserves it. But yeah, no, it's not good that the computer decided to go kaput. Oh, hey, it's spinning again. Okay, I guess it just doesn't work if there's no wind, which realistically makes sense. But this is a video game, so I didn't know. Let's get more barley going. But I already wanted to get a new computer, but I need 29. Oh, but oh my god. I'm so special. But then because of the computer dying, I can't really do some of my PC gaming. Fortunately, my sister has a spare laptop that I've been using for gaming with them, but, god damn it. I guess it processed an additional one by the time I got back over here. But yeah, so that's why I'm trying to get an actual good PC built, because then I can, like I said, get a capture card, do a 2-device setup, do full integration through OBS and all of that, be able to have more chat integration, so there's more interaction with the community and all that. God damn it, whatever. I'm just not gonna deal with it. I need to go sleep. I need to repair the pickaxe, and then go mine more rock. Use my so I built my house and was like, all right, everyone, we no longer have to sleep in the tavern. And then I still sleep in the tavern 90% of the time because it's in the middle of town and my like house is all the way down by the pier, and it's like more often than not I'm in like the middle to the top of town, and I'm just like, I'm not running all the way down to my house just to sleep in my house. Plus my house isn't finished, so it's kind of like just meh. The only part that's really decorated is the, my room. You followed my brother. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I know he appreciates it as well. He's, currently at work right now. Otherwise, I guarantee he'd be streaming. Where am I going? I need to go up and repair the pickaxe. Dear Lord. If only I could just remember what I was doing for once. Probably gonna watch me more though. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. He's a lot more high energy than me, and he mostly plays like PvP games. So I mean, if you're looking for that kind of entertainment, for sure recommend him. I am always very much more chill, and you'll hear me rage a little bit when I fight the bosses because they piss me off a little bit. But mostly I'm chill. I don't have the energy to rage, and it's not good for my heart either. I know that. It's like, I'm trying to mitigate high blood pressure as much as I can because I already consume enough salty foods. I don't need, like, anger to add to my high blood pressure. PvP isn't good for your heart either. Yeah, no, I don't do PvP. Like, every now and again, I'll do, like, a couple matches with my brother on something. I used to play Enlisted with him a bunch, but then they, like, updated the game and changed it so you can't select which campaign you want to go to very specifically. And, like, I liked the Tunisia campaign. I like desert maps. And not being able to specify which campaign to go to really killed. You fucking go on, come back this way, I'm gonna shoot you. That's right, keep on running. Yeah, you do 2 games and you're done. Same, like literally, depending upon how long the match goes or how good it goes, especially if the last match ends on a high note, it's like, all right, I'm done. I don't want to feel bad after I'm done playing. I want to end this feeling like a badass that, oh god damn it. Whatever, we're just gonna deal with the barley on us because it's not like we can have a full inventory of stone anyway before we're like up to weight capacity. But no. And then I played Halo Infinite a bunch when that came out, but they just 343 gave up on it, and then they like stopped updating it. They took too long to get us Infection. Infection is one of my favorite modes in Halo. They also took too long to get us the Forge. I had like already lost interest with the game at that point. They had originally talked about DLC for the campaign, and then later on backpedaled after they let go the entire campaign team, or like the storyboard team, or whatever the fuck it was. And I'm like, oh, so 343 is just giving up on this game that they said they were going to keep updating for like a decade. MCC is way better than Halo Infinite. Like, they've put way more time and work into that. And they actually, MCC used to be just kind of garbage, in my opinion, for like the multiplayer, but they've actually fixed it up a lot. And like, I'd say Master Chief Collection is 343's baby at this point. And I don't blame 343 for it. I blame Microsoft more than anything because, I mean, they're the one that pulled the plug on it and made the decision to tell 343 to let go the fucking storyboard team. As much as people want to hate on 343 for ruining Halo, it's like, Bungie didn't want to do it anymore anyway. That's why they went on to Destiny. Like, they did not want to make Halo games because of the direction Microsoft wanted Halo to go in. And it's like, it's understandable. Games gotta change every now and again. People can hate on Microsoft too. I mean, they're not great, but like, in my opinion, Microsoft's better than Sony. I have my very reserved opinions and not so reserved opinions about Sony, though. The fact that it took them like 4 years to join the cross-play for Minecraft because, oh, well, we'll lose players on PlayStation. We'll make your fucking console better, and maybe you won't lose players. That's my opinion. You don't know so much about Halo. You've always been a PlayStation gamer. As I'm over here shitting on Sony, I'm sorry. No. I just, and again, I'm going to say this. I don't think Microsoft is great. I'm not like a Microsoft fangirl. They're a corporation, and corporations are what they are. But I will give Microsoft this. They at least tend to focus more on the individual gamer and their, like, ecosystem than Sony does quite as much. No, I'm not a fangirl of Microsoft. I promise you this. I may be playing on Xbox, but if PC was more affordable, well, shit, I guess I'd still have to go with Microsoft because I like Windows OS. I'm not going to use Linux. And fuck Apple. Apple, I will be very vehement about shitting on Apple. They are the worst of the worst of corporations. PC is best, 100%. I can love console for the ease of access and the quick setup and go play, but honestly, they've been lacking more and more of that on console, because like, you get your console, you have to update it for like 3 fucking hours before you can even play it, and it's like, okay, well, yeah, I have to do the same with my PC, maybe even less time with the PC, because of like downloading stuff, and if you have good internet speeds, then it doesn't take as long. Same with, you love Paramore? Oh my god. I read that, and I'm like, what? What the hell does that mean? And then my brain connected, and I'm like, oh, it's a pun. I love it. I love it. Me thoroughly derailing myself from what I was saying. Oh, just about ease of access, and like, it used to be like, okay, you had the trade-off of like, you have a game on disc, and you just pop it in and play, but then your disc could potentially get damaged and stop working. Or you have a game digital, and you have to wait the little while to download it before you can play it, but you can have it on any Xbox you want. Well now, it's like with current gen consoles, and even with just the last gen of consoles, since they like got... I feel like we went through the last generation so much quicker than we did, like 7th gen, which would have been like 360s, PlayStation 3s. I feel like we held on to those a lot longer than we did like the 8th gen with like Xbox One and like PlayStation 4. I feel like, or PlayStation... Yeah, it was 4 with the Xbox One, and then 5 with the Series S. Which, okay, as much as I hate on Sony, I'll give them this. They know how to name a console. Microsoft, what the fuck are you doing? That's good. You're derailing me. Hope I can get back onto my rails. Look, I derail myself, so when someone else is here, it happens. But it's okay, it's okay. I have all the disclaimers. I'm an airhead. I'm scatterbrained, and I'm very indecisive. But I'm here for a good time, and that's what matters. But no, I'll give Sony that. They can name a console, because dear lord. Xbox 360, because you know we flipped it all the way around, or maybe it was just my brother and I were just talking about this the other day. Maybe it was the super high def like polygons. I say super high def with the upgrade from like 6th gen consoles up to 7th gen consoles. It was quite the graphical upgrade going to like Xbox to 360 or PlayStation 2 to PlayStation 3. And like, again, one more thing I'll give PlayStation, or Sony in general, just, they know how to make a console that's very graphically pleasing. Microsoft focuses more on processing power, though, so our games might look like potatoes, but at least they run well. For the most part, they run well. Can't just say that they all run well, to be fair. Oof, there's some games. I can't currently think of any, but there's been some games I've played. Or like, even one of my favorite survival builders, Conan Exiles. That game, when it first came to Xbox, which was back in 2017, I want to say. Maybe that was 2018. No, yeah, that might have been 2018 already. Oh my god, that game was unplayable when it first came to Xbox, though. Sorry, that's what I was trying to say. Like, you would play it for 20 minutes, learn some of the stuff, and then your inventory would be so laggy you couldn't play. Like, and then you'd start to build some things, and like, it just couldn't handle it. So I'm like, alright, I gave that game like 6 months, and then came back to it, and it was like absolutely amazing. And then they've just continued to work on Conan past that. But yeah, I can laugh about some stuff. I mean, yeah, I am pretty easily entertained with things. I generally entertain myself more than anyone else can, and I don't really know why I find myself so entertaining, but I don't find that to be a bad thing, because if I can find myself to be entertaining, then I'm doing something right, I feel. It's like, don't try to be funny, just be yourself, and if you happen to be funny, then good. And my thing is, like, if I laugh at myself, that's what matters. If other people laugh at me, then awesome. I've done a great thing. You find me entertaining. Well, thank you. Thank you. I don't accept the blanket statement that I am just entertaining, but I will accept the statement that some people find me entertaining. Maybe I'm too humble at times, but also I can be that bitch that is like, oh yeah, no, I know I'm like, I don't know. I don't have an example, but like, in a moment where I feel like I'm looking good, it's like, oh yeah, I'm looking good. But like, then there's other times I look in the mirror and it's just like, you ugly. And then it's just like, I shouldn't be so mean to myself. I've tried words of affirmation, because that was one thing my therapist recommended to me, but like, I don't know. It doesn't work for me. It feels like when I'm feeling good, words of affirmation work. But when I'm not feeling good, it doesn't work. So it's like, I don't know. And it's never consistent when I'm feeling good or not. There's just some days, literally, I look in the mirror and I'm just like, ooh, she looking cute. And then other days, I'm just like, yeah, no, avert my eyes. Don't be mean to myself. Oh, look, I try not to be. I try not to be mean to myself. Self-love is super important, as cheesy as it sounds. I understand this. So I try not to be too hard on myself with things. But also try not to let myself get away with, like, figuratively speaking, like, murder, of course. I would never actually murder someone. Well, unless it's self-defense and they're trying to kill me first. In which case, I mean, the gloves are off. But you started it. The most intense they started it scenario. Jesus Christ. The PS5 is actually the Unreal Engine 5 instead of PS5. Oh, it's just the... Yes. Epic said, PlayStation, let there be game engine. Oh man, speaking of Unreal Engine 5, I've been playing Ark Survival Ascended, the second one, and oh my god, that game is beautiful. Dear lord. Oh my god, I have to gush over it for a minute. The light engine of Unreal Engine 5, or the light mapping, is insane. Like, the way that the light was reflecting off of the clouds from the obelisks was just like, it was very picturesque. Just reminding you to love yourself every day. You look in the mirror every day and say, damn, that guy looks hot today. It's gonna be a good day. Then it rains. Still not disappointed. I mean, that's fair. Rain, I like rain though, but I'm derailing. I get your example. I understand what you're saying. And I agree with this. It is very good to be positive to yourself, because if you can't be positive to yourself, how can other people be positive to you kind of mindset, which I have that mindset very strongly with a lot of things. Like, if you can't do this for yourself, then how could someone else, kind of thing. With very certain things excluded from that. Like, for example, like needing therapy. Sometimes you can't help yourself, always. But the first step is always, at the very least, accepting that you need help. Or, again, derailing. Just going back to the taking the first step and, like, being positive with yourself. So don't be mean to yourself and try to like yourself. Look, you're right. I have no defense. You're right. I need to be nicer to myself. This poor mountain, I hate that it's like right above my town, because I'm just like destroying it, but I need this stone. It's okay. It adds to the history of the town. When the children generations down ask, Mom, what happened to the mountain? They'll be like, oh, little Tim Tim. This crazy woman with a pickaxe destroyed the entire thing building this town with her bare hands. Okay. I think the cart was full. I don't even know, to be honest. And I was just down there, and I should know, but I don't know. It is full of crate. Yes, it is full. I'm like, visually it's full. I just didn't know if it had any slots left. Alright, back down we go. Taking the express route. She also goes like, oh, little Tim Tim, one day that mountain is going to collapse. Yeah. One day, there will be no more mountain. I mean, if the ground would go down more than just 10 voxels from where it starts at, the mountain would probably be lower than it is. Alright, let's, yeah, we'll repair that, and let's get this stone put up. I think we're making decent progress, I say, but we're like an hour in, and I'm like just now filling up one of the black metal chests. To be fair, I spent the first like 30 minutes rambling and like getting my inventory sorted, so well, that's what I do. Hopefully I won't go down more, because then I would go under the ground. Well, I mean, if I fall through the ground, it's okay. The game will put me back up on the ground. That happened to me once. I fell through the ground, and then I went back to the surface, and was all good. Didn't know, some games kill you when you fall under the ground. It feels like more and more modern games just teleport you back up to the world space, which is nice. Someday, yeah. I guess I don't need to bring the cart this way. I'm gonna go repair the pickaxe and then get back to it. Because what else are we gonna do? I can't really build a bunch of stone without a bunch of stone, so we need a bunch of stone. I know that sounds obvious, but it might not be to some people. Okay, let's... I love how my town is coming along. I just wish, it could, have better frames while I'm in the town. That's what I'm trying to say. Because we get, like... We max out at, like, 20 frames in the town. But then up here, we're, like... Yeah, it's climbing back up. I mean, shoot, it's still only sitting around 30 frames. Oh, it's hopping up to 40. Okay, it's bouncing back and forth. There we go. That's the right key. Also, I might be playing on Xbox, but I have a keyboard and mouse plugged in. It's just so much easier to play, like, the majority of survival games, keyboard and mouse. The ones that let you, at least. Valheim, Minecraft, because before I swapped over to my laptop, I was using keyboard and mouse for Minecraft, but, Ark, since they have the Windows version of Ark as well as the Steam version, they have the crossplay for console, but, which any crossplay game, 9 times out of 10, does full controller support for PC and then full, mouse and keyboard support for console. I always like seeing what games have mouse and keyboard support, just because I might be a console gamer, but I still prefer keyboard and mouse if I can. There's some games I cannot do PvP games, keyboard and mouse. I don't, my brain doesn't work under stress like that well enough to, do a keyboard, even though it's, I know, very, very much superior for gameplay in so many different ways. Which is why I use it for survival games, at least, but... Oh, excuse me. Oh, little Tim was stuck for 6 hours until the Black Crow found him and brought little Tim to his mommy. I don't know why I started to go British there. It's that inner Anglo-Saxon coming out, the inner colonizer in me, no. Alright, I really should have slept while I was down there. Not only do I not have a rested bonus, but it's getting dark. Or is it getting light? No, it's getting dark. Yeah, that's to the east. No, that's to the west. I know, oh my god. It's embarrassing. I literally have a map in the top right corner that's fixed in position, so I could very easily see that that was west. Because I said east initially, I think. I don't even fucking know what I said now. Oh well. Since I gotta go sleep, oh my god. Why? Iron Gate, can we just, like, change the inventory controls? Can I just, like, shift-click to move a stack, and then shift-right-click to move half of a stack? Why do you have to be so weird with your inventory controls? Can we just be normal, please? I did good there. Thank you. It is west. Looks at map. I can change them though. Wait, change what? I don't even remember now. Uh-oh. Controls. Well, no. I mean, I can change them, but not to the degree that I'm wanting to. I don't think. Yeah, no, wait, where even is the... I can't even change it. Like, it's not even a control setting. Unless I'm just that blind that I'm not seeing it, but... I don't know. No, I tried, unless I'm just that dumb. Yeah, no. There's no... It doesn't go down any further. Huh. I don't know. It's not that big of a deal, but... Stop thinking, world shaking over here. Look, my world was just like absolutely destroyed for a moment. I'm like, wait, I can change it? But at least I might be dumb, but I know I'm not that dumb sometimes. And then other times I really just question. Yeah, that is weird. I blame Iron Gate. They just want to be different. No, I'm joking. I love Iron Gate. I'm not one of the community members that just shits on them. They're like, oh, they take forever to do an update, this, that, and the other. And then, I don't know how accurate it is, but I heard that the team is like 4 people. I know it's a smaller team regardless. And it's like, okay, I'd like to see you get a fucking update out. And it's like, they're not just like taking forever. They're delaying it because they want to make sure it's good. It's not going to just destroy our games when we get it. I am all about game devs taking their time. I hate it when the community rushes them. Like... If they promised a specific date and then didn't like deliver on that date, then I mean that's on them. But I don't know if they ever gave like an actual date. I think they might have just given a like a period of time when they might get the Ashlands update out. I don't actually know, but anyway, sorry. Let's see. How much bread do I have? Yeah, I'm gonna be lazy and make this bread later. We have stone that we must collect. Don't call myself dumb. I'm goofy. I mean, I know I can be goofy. It's okay, look, when I say dumb, I say it in, like, an honest way. When I used to go through life thinking I was smart, and like, I know I have like some intelligence. I'm not saying like I'm a bag of rocks, like that dumb, but when it comes to some things, I've learned accepting that I'm kind of dumb makes life easier. I get embarrassed over things less, because it's like if I do something stupid, I'm just like, oh, well, I'm dumb. I'm sorry, everyone. And they're just like, oh, you're fine. And it just makes life easier. No, I'm goofy, not dumb. Well, I appreciate you trying to, defend me, but I'm dumb. No. Look, I'm a little dumb. It's okay. It's okay. It just, honestly, life is easier knowing I'm dumb. Because when you think you're smart, you have to like keep up with that, and then like if you act stupid, then people like look at you weird. So then if you act dumb and just claim to be dumb, you can just be dumb, you know? I don't know, that's my line of thinking at least. I'm not just like shitting on myself. But either way, I appreciate you defending me from me. I don't know how else to put that. Okay, are those pine cones or fir cones? Fir cones. Fake! They're phony! They're not real cones. No, I'm joking. You're confused. In what way are you confused? I mean, I know I'm confusing, so it's okay. Because, okay, if you think you're smart, and you go through life, and then you do something stupid, then it's, like, embarrassing, because you're like, well, you're smart. But if you claim to be stupid, and then, from defending me, Well, because you're saying I'm not dumb, but I'm the one calling me dumb, so then you're defending me from me, essentially. That's how I look at it. It's the goofy way I like to say it, at least. Okay. I'm gonna repair my pick since I went ahead and ran all the way back down here to sleep and all that. Which, to be honest, I'm surprised I actually slept. I usually do everything else in the night to maximize daytime, and then I forget to sleep. Okay. Let's go back up the mountain. Also, I really want to get to the swamp town because I'm gonna get another like trophy hall there, or probably just do like a name wall there, make it its own structure, because in here I have my first 30 followers, and I have now 37 followers, so there's 7 followers that I don't have names on signs, and I feel bad for that. So I'm trying my darndest to get Stoneport wrapped up to the point of structures, so like the rest of the town infrastructure, pathways, stairways, all of that, preparing the rest of the ground for buildings, and then go ahead and getting the last like 5 to 7 buildings in that I want to put in. And then I'm not going to worry about decorating anything right now. I'm hoping that maybe they can optimize the game a bit more, so then my town will run a bit better before I start adding like a bunch more shit in there. But then once I get started on the swamp town, it's going to be a mix of like tree platform houses and like stilt houses down in like the swamp. I made that street so nice. You wish you had stone on your world. Oh, well, thank you, thank you. I take a lot of time building. Like, I'm very, very meticulous about it. And I'll, like, put an entire wall up somewhere and be like, oh, it's slightly off, god damn it. Rip the whole thing down, push it back like 5 tiles, and then build it back up. Because not only am I indecisive, but I'm gonna always look at that and be like, I hate it. I hate it. It's gotta change. In my main Minecraft survival world, I had a town hall, and then I eventually ripped it down after it sat there for like 6 months because I have a medieval fantasy world. I have a castle. I don't need a fucking town hall. Like, that was before I had a castle, to be fair. That was back in the Xbox 360 days of Minecraft for me, and then I transferred my world to Xbox One and expanded it, and when I had the bigger world, I had bigger ambitions for my town, which I'm very basic with naming my stuff. I started that world in the Skyrim mashup pack, so I was using like the Elder Scrolls textures, and then eventually when I swapped to PC, I started making my own textures, and so I took a bunch of the natural texture like textures, and then I made a handful of textures of my own. I took some of the fantasy textures and then like removed the like bright poppy bits from it and made it like darker, because my world was very a dark medieval fantasy theme, and I had to like keep that texture theme whenever I swapped over to using custom textures. But anyway, I got distracted. I got derailed from what I was saying. I'm very basic, and because it was Skyrim themed, I did stuff like dragon themed in my town. So my town's name is Dragonfire. I have a couple dragon statues that I cannot take credit for. If I ever show off my Minecraft world on stream, I'll be sure to point out what I can't take credit for, because it was still in the early days of me just getting good at building, and I still had a lot to learn. And so I watched a lot of tutorials, and back then I'd just copy the buildings directly. And then it got to the point where I learned the style well enough that I didn't need to copy buildings anymore, and I would just look up certain buildings for inspiration. So I'd take small features of it and then incorporate it into like my own designs and all of that. But is there a gatehouse? No, not yet. There's gonna be not like a big wall for this town, but there's gonna be like a town border, and I'll do like a little gatehouse. Like, I don't know how big it'll be, but I'll definitely have a gate on the east and west side of the town, because you can see I've got a dot there and then a dot there marking the town border, and then I've got some more dots throughout the mountain and then back up this way. So that whole like area inside of the town border dots is the town, obviously, but so we have a good sized area that I'm gonna have to border in. But I have a cool wall design that I want to use somewhere. I just don't have it's not gonna work for Stoneport. It needs to be like in a flat meadow or in a plains or something for the wall design to work, because it can only go up gradually at a time for the design to work still, versus going up a steep mountain. Also, I forgot to post the game settings in chat. I have the enemies set to passive. Here, let me post that in chat real quick. To do it from my phone, which means I can't pin it for whatever reason. You can't pin stuff on mobile. Or at least not through the app. I don't know if mobile has a browser version that you can use. But I meant to get the game modifiers in there because I don't want anyone coming in thinking that this is a pure experience. It is very much boosted. There's the game settings. I'll read them out. The combat is set to easy. My death penalty is casual. Resource rate is 3 times. Raid rate is none. Portal all items. The enemies are passive. And then I even have the world seed there for anyone that wants it. It's stream seed. Both S's are capitalized. That is very important with Valheim's seed system. But no, I have plans for other things in the town, but not like anything really huge for Stoneport, just because of how it's been performing. I wonder if I put it on a server, if it would perform better, because I'm just like hosting it from my Xbox. I don't know, I'd have to look into what server system. If I had to guess just off the top of my head, it probably goes through G Portal, but which I prefer over Nitrado. But nothing wrong with Nitrado. I just like G Portal's interface better. And G Portal generally integrates more often than not with console games. Although not always, because there's plenty of PC games you can rent servers for. Like Zomboid was one of them. I rented a server at one point for my brother and I, because we have, well, he has the same exact laptop that I do, and it's good enough to run the game, but it's not good enough to host the game, so, which makes sense. Do I let people on my world? Not generally. I was gonna have one of my friends join so he could go explore the map, but with another world I loaded up in multiplayer that has more stuff in its town than this one, it was performing very poorly, so if I do let people on, it'll have to be when it's on a server or something, which obviously wouldn't happen until after I get a job, because I don't have money to just be throwing around like a server. Okay, I'm gonna start breaking parts of the rock to make bits collapse, because we can get plenty of stone from that now. We have a lot of it dug out, but also not to ignore chat, or the chat further up. You had a train station with actual trains on CurseForge create mod, but you trashed it because you're not happy with it. It only took you 3 days building it. Oh, okay. See, I've never built like a train station or anything, because obviously playing vanilla Minecraft, the best we could do with that is minecarts. But I've made like subway tunnels before, except not with minecarts, just with blue ice pathways, because that's always fun. I love blue ice and boats. But oh my god, having actual functioning trains in Minecraft would be cool. And that's one, the ship block mod, or whatever it's actually called. I saw back in the day, fucking old Smosh games, when they were doing Mariecraft, I saw a ship block mod. Like, you build your ship and then you put the ship block on it, and it makes it have physics or whatever, and floats along the water and all of that. And you have to worry about like weight and all of that on it. I would love that. I'm not like huge into like naval travel, but like having actual functional boats in Minecraft instead of the little rowboats that we have, which don't get me wrong, I'm glad we have boats at all, especially when they updated the boats to hold 2 players. That was nice, which, you know, that was a while ago now, but I've been playing Minecraft since 2015 consistently, and I keep up with the updates. Only recently have I not been like keeping up with the updates quite as much, although I still know the majority of what we're getting with the next update with whatever fucking trials and tinkering, whatever it's actually going to be called. Alright, let me just quit trying to parkour, being a dingus. Why am I struggling? Oh my god. Dear lord. It's because I was trying to look at chat and climb that. I should have just been climbing that and then look at chat. You also have a dragon fountain in your room. Nice, nice. Dragons are cool. I love dragons. And I just recently learned that the common misconception about dragons and wyverns. I was under the belief that if it had 4 legs and wings, it was a dragon, and if it had 2 legs and its 4 appendages, like F-O-R-E, 4, like its front appendages were wings, then it was a wyvern. But apparently, wyverns don't generally breathe fire. They're usually poison-based, and it doesn't matter the amount of legs. And if it breathes fire, then it's a dragon. Again, not regarding the amount of legs. So that's interesting. I'm going to stop spouting that Skyrim's dragons are wyverns because they breathe fire. Well, some of them breathe fire. And again, they're looking at dragons throughout history and like mythology. There's not really many consistent depictions of dragons. So with that in mind, thinking that dragons have to be a very specific way have only come from more relatively to like human history, modern depictions of dragons through media and stuff, and that's why we think, oh well, dragon has 4 legs, wyvern, or the more of actual proper pronunciation is wyvern. I think wyvern, no, wyvern is the proper pronunciation. I call them wyverns usually. I guess I was actually using the proper pronunciation. Go me. Unless I did say wyvern at one point, in which case I don't fucking know. But let's see. Oh, you were just asking because maybe I could use a farming hand. I mean, I could use a farming hand. It's just, I would have to get this on a server first because, performance-wise is the only reason why. I fear that I would be getting like 10 frames a second instead of 20 frames a second in Stoneport, unless it was on a server. I have a feeling it would be able to handle better on a server at least. I don't know for sure. I'll give them this though. They've optimized it a lot more than it used to be though, because I mean, I have a lot more in my other town and it used to be more unplayable than it is now. Which I did that one somewhat in survival, and then I swapped over to creative, and that was before we had hammer mode in the game, or like boosted resources or anything like that. I still probably would have ended up cheesing, not wanting to do all the work, but because I'm streaming this world, I don't play on this one at all, off stream. The only times I've been in here have been to show my brother around the world a little bit, and then at most I end up eating like a piece of food, or I've popped in here a couple times to grab a couple of like extra resources that I just don't need for the world when I'm playing like with a friend. But I mean, I haven't had anybody else in this world yet. It'd be cool to get some people in here, but I'm also like super cautious of just letting anyone in because I've done that before with games and I've gotten burned really bad, especially with Minecraft. And so, because of past trauma, you know, I am weary. Especially being such a build-oriented person, letting people in puts a lot of things at risk, per se. And like, I don't know. I have to know the person for a while before I'd, like, let them in my world. I also just have trust issues in general. I'm very aware of this. But, you know, most people are untrustworthy, so it's... Yeah, exactly. Not everyone you can trust. Yeah, exactly. So, it's not always a bad thing to have trust issues. And if someone proves to me that they're trustworthy, then it's like, yeah, I'm not gonna, like, doubt that. Unless they, like, their actions show otherwise. But, theoretically, dragons don't spit fire. They bite and swing their tail. Well, according to mythological depiction of dragons, what was referred to as a dragon, because there's subcategories of dragons. There's true dragons, there's drakes, there's worms, and there's serpents. Serpents, obviously, generally were aquatic dragons. True dragons were referred to the fire-breathing dragons. Most drakes were generally referred to as worms. And obviously, I know, like, we don't have actual proof that dragons were real. It'd be cool to think that dragons were real. I mean, it is cool to think that dragons were real, but, like, I don't think that they were real. I used to think that they were real, but, like, that would also be terrifying if dragons had been real. Where was this train of thought going? Oh, just the different types of dragons or whatever, I guess. I don't know. I don't know enough about this to, like, actually say, like, I'm not educated on this, but, one of the YouTube channels I watch, Curious Archive, they just recently did a video on dragons and, like, common misconceptions and stuff, and that was where I learned, oh, I'm of the people that have been misidentifying drakes, or, wyverns and dragons, and it's like, it's good to know. It's good to know, because I don't want to be that person that's like, no, it's this, and then be completely wrong and spouting misinformation, because that's never good. Is this disconnected from everything now? Or is it still connected over here? It might be too close to the ground still. I don't know. I'm just going to start smacking it and see if it collapses at all. Did I? Yeah, I put the workbench down. Cool, cool. Where? I keep scrolling over it. There we go. No, I'm not in range of the workbench. Did I not? I thought... I guess I didn't. I don't know why. I just thought that I did. You gotta go. Well, thank you so much for not only popping in, chatting, and following. It's greatly appreciated, and I hope to see you around sometime soon. I stream every Wednesday night and Sunday night, barring the unlikely event that I don't stream, and usually I have a good reason if I don't. But yeah, I hope you have a great rest of your day, whatever time of day it is, night, evening, whatever. I hope you have a good one. Oh, I could have just walked on that. I thought that was... Never mind. I thought that was a gap there. Alright, let's just start over here. Oh, no! I was not expecting to just fall through immediately on the first hit. That's unfortunate. I did have a workbench. I just wasn't close enough to it. Okay. I'm not going crazy. I mean, I might be going crazy. But in this instance, specifically, I'm not going crazy because of that. Oh my gosh. The struggle is real. I don't even need that one there. So I guess it's still close to, the ground, because it should have just collapsed with that one. I mean, it's still pretty close, like over here and stuff, and from my experience, it's got to at least be 2 meters away from the ground for it to break, so let's start smacking some of these lower bits. God damn it, stand on the ladder. There we go. I will say, one of the few advantages of a controller is you have more precise movement. That's it. That is it. Otherwise, like, keyboard, I mean, you don't have as much, like, fine-tuned movement. That's what I'm trying to say. Because, like, on keyboard, you have 8 points of articulation for movement. Like forward, back, left, right, and then the 4 diagonals. Whereas with the controller, you have, I think it's 32 or 36 points of movement. What am I saying? Oh, and so, like, on a controller, you technically have more, like, as I said, fine-tune or precise, like character movement, but when it comes to, like, needing that extra movement, I mean, you've got the mouse to just swing your view back and forth really easily, so it's really not necessary to, like, have all those, but, I mean, that's, like, that, and, like, there was one other advantage of a controller that I could think of, but I can't think of it now, so otherwise, I am a huge advocate, even being a console player, I'm a huge advocate for keyboard and mouse. It is so much better, obviously. Scoop-doo-doo-doo-doo, down the mountain I go. I don't know how much stone we're gonna get here. I was hoping to do some building this stream, but I also don't know how long I'm gonna stream on this one, because it was just a bonus stream. But it was also to kind of make up for not streaming Sunday night, so I'm not going to be ending it in the next, like, 20 minutes or so. I'll probably still be here for another hour at least. We'll be getting stone, that's what we'll be doing, I'm quite certain. I doubt we'll be doing anything else. At most, or if we do end up doing anything, it's going to be maybe a little bit of building. So I would like to be able to do that. Considering building is what I like to do. I'm gonna run this cart back up, run back down to drop the wood off, and then we'll run back up halfway to the tavern to sleep. Or I guess I could sleep in my house, because I'll be down that way. But what kind of lame-o sleeps in their house? No, I'm joking. Okay, we'll pull this up to the top. I'll go and repair the pick, too. Be smart about this trip. Although, with as much stone as we're going to be getting in these next few trips, I don't think we're going to be using too much condition off of the pickaxe, because now we're to the point of just breaking the rock that I dug out and getting it to collapse easier. I used to think, oh, it's easier, you just go to the top and then you dig down into the ground, but no, I've missed bits of stone that way, and so I just start on one side of the rock digging under, and then I'll dig, like, all of the ground out around it as I go, or as much of it as I can, to try to get it away from it. I need to find another good plains that has those really big, tall, like, pillar rocks, as I call them, because those give me, like, a cart and a half of stone, and they take about, like, 20 minutes to dig the ground out underneath, and then you smack it once or twice and the whole thing collapses, and, like, it's super convenient. We've been going up to the mountain because there's a bunch of stone up there to break, or a bunch of rocks up there to break to get stone. I need to... Okay. 22... be 38. We're gonna grab 39, because every time I grab one, it ends up milling one before I get the whole amount in there. And then so there's like 49 of 50 being processed, and it's like, damn it, I could be processing that one more. I'm just trying to stay on top of it because I need more bread, and I had no more flour. I now have some flour, but I'm gonna have one barley on me, aren't I? Oh no, it actually put it in. Cool. Okay, so that's what I do. Just always grab one more of what needs to go in there because it might process in the time of like running back and forth. Who knows? Who freaking knows? Not me, clearly. Flour. I'm putting the flour up. Oh my gosh, I have to blow my nose real quick. Give me a moment. Okay. We're gonna take just like at most a 5-minute intermission here, everyone. Sorry. I have to use the bathroom. As I was blowing my nose, I just realized, oh, I have to pee really bad. I should do that before anything actually happens. So, like before we get invested in anything else. So I'm gonna use the bathroom, and then I'm also going to top off my beverage, so I'll be just a moment. Alright everyone, thank you for bearing with me. I have returned. Tried to be as quick as I could. But yeah, just sitting here, we've got, it's jumping between like, we got 25 as a max, and then it went down to like 17 as the lowest for frames here. But it gets lower as we run through, and it's got to like render everything in and then start unloading stuff. And that's why when we get over to like the warehouse, and like go just a little bit past it, we get that big frame spike. If any of you happen to see that, it's because it's unloading a bunch of the stuff on the west side of town, and then like when we're over there, our frames act so much better because, you know, it's got a lot less structures that it has to load in. And it's like, I'm not complaining in the sense of that Iron Gate's game is broken or anything, because it's not. Valheim here is a beautiful game. I love this game. Every game's gonna have small issues, of course, and you'll hear me bitch, moan, and complain about Valheim sometimes, but it's not because I dislike this game. When I'm very passionate about a game, you'll generally hear me complain about it more than other games, which I know sounds silly, but it's because I love it so much, and like I expect greatness out of it almost in a way. I think is like my mindset. And so that's why like I can get frustrated so easily sometimes, because it's like something so silly. Like, okay, one of my biggest gripes, when the carts flip on their side or flip over, you can't just like activate the cart to flip it. Like, why not? I have hands. If this was a real cart and it's sitting on its fucking side, I should be able to just flip it, not run into it and have it spin on its side in circles because it's on a wheel. Like, if you can't tell, I'm starting to get a little annoyed just talking about it. So yeah, as I said, you might hear me bitch, moan, and complain about this game, but it's because I absolutely love it, and like I said, I expect greatness out of this game. And, I mean, it delivers. With the build system alone, I think Valheim has one of the best build systems for a point snap build system. The other type of build system that I'm familiar with would be like a voxel-based build system, which is just means it's on a grid. Which, don't get me wrong, this game uses voxels. The ground is a voxel grid, which is why it breaks like it does. Like, it's a very, well, not why it breaks like it does, but, it happens to be, like, more modern voxels instead of, like, Minecraft is voxel-based because it's on a grid, and it, like, uses voxels like that. I don't know, like, how to properly describe it. I'm, like, bastardizing the actual description of voxels, but I hope I'm explaining it in a gamer enough way that it makes sense. Maybe not from like a programmer's like standpoint, but from like the end user standpoint. But no, like 7 Days to Die has a voxel system for breaking the ground, but that one's more grid based, whereas this one is just like a looser voxel. Like, there is a grid, and you can tell by breaking the ground in a certain direction. Like, it's to the cardinal directions as well with how the grid is. So if you break stuff like going in a line north, you'll end up with like a flat wall. But if you try to break something at like an angle, you're gonna end up with like uneven parts that don't perfectly smooth out like it would. Like, if I were to break this piece here, I can create a flat wall to my left and in front of me, because that's with the cardinal direction of like north and like all of that on that part of the like X and Y axis. What, X being the side to side and the Y being the up and down, technically the forward and back, and then Z would be altitude. Minecraft's coordinate plane confuses me because their Z coordinate is what the Y coordinate should actually be, and Minecraft's Y coordinate is up and down when it should be forward and back, because X is left to right. Like, if you're looking at a map or like at a graph or grid or whatever, if I'm not mistaken, the X is left to right, Y is up and down, and then if it's a 3D grid, then Z is your altitude. So your actual height. Whereas up and down would then become forward and back. Not like it matters, it's just useless knowledge that lives in my brain. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Give me just a moment. I have to blow my nose again. I gotta get me some allergy meds. The doing all this yard work and like with the season changing, oh man, my nose has not been happy. It's been so itchy. It hasn't really been running that much, or I haven't been sneezing too much. That was yesterday and the day before that I was sneezing a bunch. But today my nose is just super fucking itchy. Like, I don't actually need to blow it, but it feels like I do. Alright, everyone, give me a moment. I'm getting a drink. That's why I'm just standing here. Also, when I said top off my beverage, I don't know why I said that. I mean, usually because I would. I had half of my coffee left still. and it was cold. I don't do cold coffee. I need hot coffee. And so I went and heated it up. I guess that was easier to say that I just was going to top my beverage than, like, actually saying what I was doing. I don't know. I don't know. And why do I feel the need to explain it now? Anxiety, I guess? I don't know. Just trying to find things to talk about, really. Which isn't too hard. It's part of the reason why I haven't been streaming quite as much. I felt like I wasn't giving very good commentary on some of my streams, and like, I know that shouldn't necessarily matter, but it matters to me. And like, I know I'm not going to always give 100% great commentary, but like, I try to at least talk more consistently. Like, every few minutes I try to have something to say, and if I'm to a point where I don't have that, I try to just not stream the extra streams, because like, yeah, sure, you get to watch me play, but I'm trying to build a community off of my personality here, and if I'm not talking, well, how are people supposed to get used to my personality, kind of thing? So I definitely don't like let it discourage me if I don't have as much commentary on a stream. I can just afterward look at the stream and be like, yeah, that was a good stream, I had a lot of commentary on that one. It also helps, obviously, like, no duh, but it also helps when I've got chatters. But you can't have the chatters if you don't have the personality, or if you're not interacting. Like, I mean, you'll have some chatters, obviously. That's a very blanket statement. But, hey, okay, so that collapsed. So we're getting close. I'm getting close to the bits not being too close to the ground that they should just collapse. Although, that piece should have just collapsed. We'll ignore that for now. I'm just gonna break some of these rocks because I've learned, it says when you look up in the like on the wiki and stuff, that the rocks and stuff are counted as like structures, and that should not affect like the structural integrity of like a rock touching the ground, but they do very much. So not only do you need to pull the ground far enough away from rocks to collapse them and make them break with just hopefully one hit if you're lucky, usually more than that. Like I said, the pillar rocks, as I've come to call them, in the plains, those really big, tall, vertical rocks, you can dig under most of them, but if they're too far down, then they hit the water table, and it's almost not worth it. But it doesn't take too long to just mine through the base of it and then get it to collapse, and you can still get a lot of rock. It's just not as convenient as being able to dig the ground out underneath and then hit the rock once or twice and have the whole thing come raining down. Excuse me. Also, for anyone that doesn't know, if you find a spawner for Yagluth, which he's the 5th boss? So Eikthyr, Bowed Mass, Motor. Who am I missing? No, I'm missing one. Motor is number 4. No, Motor is 3. Where do you go after that? I guess it is Yagluth 4, and then the Queen is 5. I thought we had 6 bosses. I'm drawing a blank. The Plains boss. Oh, the Elder. Oh my God. Sorry, Elder. You were such like a inconsequential boss that I forgot about it. Okay, so there's Eikthyr, the Elder, Bone Mass, Motor. I'm like, Motor's number 4. Hold up now. And then I'm like, wait, Bone Mass isn't number 2. And then I'm like, even though he smells like a number 2. Oh, no, I'm joking. Such a dumb joke. But I stick by it. Oh, man. Oh, there we go. Sorry. Yagluth, the 5th boss. The Plains boss. If you find one of, their spawners, then there's like a stone hand that comes up, and like the palm, like the middle of the hand, is like where the spawner is, where you like sacrifice the totems to. Well, the fingers that come up around that break super easily, and you can get a lot of stone that way. So for anyone that doesn't know, that's a good place to get stone from. Hey, something collapsed. I was hitting the ground and then something collapsed above me, unless I happen to be hitting it somehow. I don't know. The world may never know. Because I will never know. Alright, let's oh, there's rock. Must smacky rock. Okay. How much further can this go down? I guess I really should have gotten down to like a bottom point and then started smacking from there. It's still going. I don't know how much further it goes. I should have just went. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of should'ves. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. To quote Zombieland. You know, I'm just so relevant with my references. They're very much up to date and everybody knows them. Everybody's watching Zombieland, a movie from I think 2010, maybe 2011. Definitely still watching that movie. I mean, I'm sure someone is. I say it like facetiously, like no one is, but like, actually I bet someone is. Someone's like, no, that's my favorite movie. I watch that once a week. And it's like, if it is your favorite movie, I understand. I've seen that movie like 50 plus times. I just don't watch movies like that anymore. When I was younger, didn't grow up with internet, and so like between playing video games, doing some kind of physical activity, or watching movies, there wasn't much to do. Reading as well. I mean, we had plenty of books, fortunately, but so I watched movies a lot, and like over and over. And to the point where there's some movies I love, but I just cannot watch them anymore. Like Inception, I love that movie, but I've seen it so many goddamn times, I don't know if I could watch it again and like sit through the entire thing, because it's like, the first few times you watch it, it's like, whoa, I don't fully understand. Almost like the movie like Memento. But then like, you watch through it a couple times and then it's like, oh, well, I mean, it loses the mysterious allure that it drew you in with. And like, when it's a big twist reveal as part of the plot for a movie, like comedies, I feel like you can rewatch a lot because they're funny. It's fun to just rewatch stupid shit. One of my most watched comedies, it's a stoner comedy, but it, you know, I smoke weed, so I vibe with the stoner comedies. They just don't make them like they used to, so like, I don't think I've seen a good comedy movie after like 2012, 2013, maybe, probably a little bit earlier than that. Like, the mid to early 2000s had, in my opinion, and this might just be nostalgia speaking, but had some of the best comedy movies, and rom-coms too, or just romance movies in general. They just don't make them anymore. They make a bunch of stupid action movies, and like, nothing wrong with action movies, but like, I'm not a fan, and when it's like a reboot of a spin-off of a fucking movie that people watched 30 years ago and they just can't let the IP die because they can't do anything original, it gets sickening. I just want to watch a fresh new movie. I don't want to watch something that, again, is a spin-off of a reboot of a fucking IP from 30 years ago. Because, well, it was a blockbuster then, let's just remake it. I'm really tired of this let's cash in on nostalgia trend that's going through the movies industry right now. Part of the reason why I don't care to watch any freaking movies. Plus, I'm just not that big of a movie person. Like, I'm the kind of girl, if I have someone to cuddle up with, I'll watch stuff, but like, I don't, so I don't. To both of those things. We're gonna have to build some wood. I thought maybe I could, ow, that's right, because I put it all up. Hold on. Sorry. I was looking around while I was talking. I was finding the spots to mine still. And it looks like it's good up here. I just want to get the wood from these so I can build some more platforms. Because this rock's close to collapsing, damn it. I'm gonna get it to collapse. I've got to break some of this stuff here. Just throw some like temporary like scaffolding here. It doesn't have to look good or make sense. Oh no. Come on. Having skill issues. There we go. Obviously, I know this rock isn't going to collapse, but it's close to the rock I'm trying to collapse, so... I'm trying, everyone. I am trying. Although, we're going to go sleep pretty soon. Our rested bonus is a minute away from expiring. It's nighttime. We're ignoring the Drake because he's on passive, and I don't want to fight it. I don't need freeze glands? Yeah, freeze glands. I always think frost gland, but they decided to go with freeze gland. Which I guess works, but my brain does not like it. Oh, we're full. Okay. Let's go unload. Dude. Let's see. Was it full? Yeah, it looks full. Okay, so we might just need to run down now. Well, it wasn't full. Hold on. I'm gonna go back up and grab... No, god damn it, come on. Keep trying to just shift click to put it in the box because that's what it should be. Why is it control click? Why is shift click splitting the stack? Right click should split the stack. Shift right click should move half of a stack. Not to tell game devs how to make a game, but like... just stick with the standard. Like, why do you have to have a different set of inventory controls from everyone else? Literally everyone else. Nope. I meant to grab the stone. Alright, good enough. Our cart's full, our pockets are mostly full. It's nighttime, our rested bonus expired. We gotta go unload, go sleep, and get back to it. But I'm gonna fix my pickaxe first. Because I think that would be a wise decision. And then... let's see, we have... oh, we already have 2 full. Nice. Okay. So yeah, when we're done with this next trip, we should yeah, we'll fill up this 3rd one. And then I want, before we end stream, which like I said, I'm still going to be here at least for another hour or most of an hour. Before we end stream, I would like to get that top black metal chest filled. Just in case we don't do any building on this stream, I at least have a lot of material for the next one, is the idea. We'll do the normal, pull the cart up here. I used to just like pull it up to like... I don't even know, like there I think? But the last time we played, I added all this wall in here and this path up here, and like this was kind of flushed out. I had I had the 3 stairs, and then it came down to the little 3x3 landing. Maybe it went like one more set of stones past that, I can't remember. And I had put this little like L staircase down. Like it goes down, and then there's a landing, and then it goes to another set of stairs. I already had that, but then I added in all that whole swath, like the way I'm facing straight ahead and down, so... we have to, and then this is going to go up to the treasury at some point. That's part of the infrastructure preparation that we have to do still. But we're getting there.
Part of the reason I'm collecting all the stone is because we've been doing a lot of stone work in the town. It's needed to be done, and just once it's done, we can get to the swamp town, whatever that's going to be called. Although I might work on my little plains village first, not like to its entirety, just getting the farming portion of it set up, because I need more barley and more space to put windmills down so we can process more barley, so I can keep up with my bread, because it's gonna be a while, or if ever, that I replace the bread as one of my foods. And when I'm just building around town, I need a third really easy to make stamina food, because salads and bread are super easy to make, very cheap, don't take that much in time to like get the resources. So yeah, bread and salad are really good stamina foods. If I could find another really good one, then I'd have 3 foods to eat around the base. Give me even more stamina while I'm building. Oh shoot. Speaking of, I should probably... barley. Get 38. Hopefully it's only processed 1 extra from the amount that I pulled out. Oh, I had 2 extra on me. But I pulled 37 out of there. So I at least should have put 37 in. Oh well. Doesn't matter. Shouldn't worry about it. Gonna run this flour back, because, you know. Also, give me a moment to blow my nose again. My stupid nose. Just cut it off. No, I'm joking. Okay, sorry for the constant interruptions. Once again, it is unfortunately the season here in the Northern Hemisphere. Not to just assume anyone watching from the Southern Hemisphere. I know this is like going into your fall time as we're coming into our springtime. It's just wild to me that the seasons are opposite, but it makes sense because of the tilt of the world. Of course it's going to be opposite. It's just one of those little like facts you don't think about, and not having ever traveled. I mean, as a kid, I traveled up north a couple states to visit some family, but you know, they're all pieces of shit and act like they're better than everyone. So it's like, oh, yeah, I don't want anything to do with that family. But no, besides that, I've never traveled out of country, especially like to like another hemisphere. So like just like, I don't even know how long ago it was, like sometime last year, I think, learning that the different like the southern hemisphere is going to have different seasons than the northern hemisphere, generally like the opposite seasons at the time. I don't know if it lines up perfectly or not, but yeah, just learning that it gives you much more of like a better like worldview almost, whereas like if you don't seek the outside knowledge, you end up getting stuck with this very like closed-minded perception of like what you know. And like that goes with more than just where you live, even being unwilling to like think in other perspectives or even hear stuff in other perspectives can definitely give you a closed-minded perspective on life, and can make you much more resistant to change and learning new things. Because if you're able to Like, sure, you learn something, but it doesn't necessarily mean that your brain is going to accept it and take it like that's the new way to do something. Whereas, like, if you keep more of an open mind, at least from my experience, I'm not a professional on this, so I speak from experience, not from, like, book knowledge. Okay, I'm going to need to build a staircase. The more you allow yourself to, be open to new experiences and learning all of that, like, oh, because I put it in the chest below. Jesus Christ. The more you allow yourself to be open to learning new experiences and stuff like that, the more you're able to, like, see someone's perspective on life and, like, maybe change an opinion or two on some things. Like, for example, since I'm trans, I'll use this as an example. For the people that want to be closed-minded about gender ideology, as they're claiming it, it's like, no, it's science. It's not an ideology. Sorry, you don't want to accept the fact that there's more than two genders and that your physiological sex is different from your gender. That shit pisses me off, but not to a degree where, like, I don't know, it's more, yeah, no, I put it accurately, it pisses me off. I'm not gonna try to sugarcoat it like, oh no, it irritates me. Like, no, it pisses me off. It's like, you're ignorant, like, and calling someone ignorant is not calling them stupid. Calling them ignorant means they have a lack of knowledge on a subject, which means every single human is ignorant to something. Maybe not to everything, obviously. We all have our areas of expertise, but just the people that are like, no, you're born as what you're born as, you can't change it. It's like, sorry, again, your physiological sex, what you're born as, is not the same as your gender. Gender identity is a very separate thing, has been scientifically proven. To the people that want to be like, oh, well, why are you bringing science into normal conversation? Well, sorry, I have to, because you want to disregard common medical facts and want to claim something else, in the sense of disregarding my gender identity and telling me, oh, I'm wrong because you know me much better than I know myself. Of course, because I'm just confused. It's just a phase. It's like, no, you're just a piece of shit, and you want to disregard other people's feelings, and the fact that there's less than 2% of people who have transitioned who have then regretted their transition goes to show that not only is there something right with the science behind it, but also that these people need to just fuck off, because it's not their fucking bodies, it's not their lives. The government needs to get the fuck out of the way between patient and doctor consent. They have nothing to do with my medicine. The fact that pharmaceutical companies are privately owned and not federally owned is more than enough of a reason to get the fucking government out of our medicine. And if you disagree with this, and you're one of the people that are like, oh, gender ideology, this, that, and the other, and want to disregard science, you can get the hell out of my stream, because you're not welcome here. If you want to have hate speech of any kind, if you want to not accept someone for who they are, unless they're like a terrible piece of shit, I always use this as an example. If they're like a predator, or if they're of a similar caliber of shitty human being, then yeah, no, I mean, I'm not going to advocate for that. You're not welcome here either. I'm not going to be inclusive to pieces of garbage. But if you are, you know, of the community, even not of like the LGBTQ plus community, like if you're an ally, or even if you're just indifferent to all of it and you respect people in the community, that's cool. You don't have to directly be an ally and support people to support people. You just have to not be a piece of garbage and not directly unsupport them. Because sometimes a lack of support is better than anti-support. And what I mean by anti-support is the people who directly oppose anyone who's trans or non-binary. Which is still technically considered. There's non-binary individuals are still trans. Trans just means you're not aligning with the gender you were assigned at birth. Okay, I really thought the rock would collapse by now. No, I very much am passionate over, you know, human rights. It shouldn't just be trans rights, they're human rights. And to, like, the Bible-thumping Christians, that's not to say anything bad about Christians in general. What I mean by Bible-thumping are the ones that want to push their belief down other people's throats as if it's the gospel truth, it's the only way to live life. There is no other belief. If you believe in something else, you're wrong. Even though, in the fucking Bible, to the people that deny there are other deities and other gods and say that God's the only real God, your God, because, you know, Christians are so generic, God is, you know, their deity doesn't even have a name unless you go from certain perspectives of Christianity where Jesus is their Lord, in which case, okay, your God has a name at least. But in the, I don't know Christianity well enough to know which subsects, whether it's Protestants, Catholics, or whatever, that believe in, like, the Holy Spirit versus, like, Mother Mary, and like God versus, like, Jesus, or Jesus being God, or however all that works. I clearly don't know enough about it. I don't care to know enough about it personally. I have nothing against Christianity, just again back to my original point of the people that want to be, like, Bible thumping in the sense of pushing their beliefs on others and then telling them they're wrong because they have different beliefs. And it's like, no, that's not how it works. In the Bible, it says, "Thou shalt not worship or put any other god before me," in and of itself acknowledging there are other gods. So fuck you to the Christians that say, oh, this is the one gospel way, the one true way to live. It's like, no, that's what you believe. That's not the truth. The fact that religion is faith-based, and the direct definition of faith is belief in spirituality, or belief in, like, a religion or, like, a deity purely based off of faith, when there can be no proof, because it's all faith-based. That's what religion is. There's nothing wrong with not being able to prove it. If you believe strongly enough in something that you live your life by it purely based off of believing in it, that's cool. I have nothing wrong with that. I have nothing against you for that. I'm not judging anyone that worships something. I myself am agnostic. For the people that think that I'm saying I'm an atheist, no, being agnostic and being an atheist are two very different things. Being an atheist, which I am not, you directly believe that there are no gods and there could not be any form of higher power. Being agnostic, I am an agnostic theist, I believe, which means I believe that there could be some form of higher power out there, but I don't have, I have not experienced anything to make me personally believe in it. So, I believe that there could be, but I don't have a strong belief that there is. If something ever happens in my life to give me faith, I mean, cool. Do I want that to happen? I mean, not necessarily. I don't think it ever will happen, either. I am too based in logic and liking to be able to prove stuff. And that's why I think, which obviously I understand, religion, there cannot be proof or, like, fact, because it's faith-based. I understand this, so I'm not going to be like, well, I won't believe until I see proof. It's like, well, I won't ever see proof, so in that case, I would never believe. So that's why I definitely make sure I word it as, if I ever experience something to make me believe, then yeah, I mean, I'll believe, but it's like, I need something pretty strong to make me believe. I say this kind of sarcastically, but, like, not in a way to jab at religion in any way. If I'm going to worship anything, I'm going to worship the giant ball of plasma in the sky, the sun, because that gives us warmth. That actually, like, is something I can see. Not that you should look at it, but it's something I can see. It's something I can physically feel, and it's something that I know gives life to everything on the planet. So that's my viewpoint. Plus, my very first god that I chose in D&D was Paylor, which is literally the sun, because I have a fire domain cleric. I like to burn things, and so, you know, worshiping the sun is a pretty good way to get your firepower for like roleplay purposes. But finally, oh my god, it's not even collapsed. Why? Because it wasn't part of the same rock. That's why. But no, literally, back to what I already said. Just the whole of, you want to try to shove it down my throat that, oh, I'm wrong, I'm lost because I don't believe in God. No, you're wrong, you're lost because you're trying to force your religion on someone else instead of just being a devout Christian and following your beliefs and respecting others and their beliefs. You want to be a disgusting human being, and you want to commit a sin and judge. Because remember, kids, judgment is a sin. And if you judge someone for not believing in the same religion as you, you're committing a sin. Oh, but it's okay, because you just go to church every Sunday and repent for your sins, and you can do all the horrible shit you want to. It's okay. Again, very specifically to the Christians or anyone of any other religion that wants to force their religion on someone or tell someone that they're wrong because they don't believe in the same religion. Those are the individuals I'm sharing these strong opinions toward. Not individuals that are devout and to their religion and are respectful of others. Because I've talked to plenty of people that are Christians, and guess what? They've not only respected me, respected my pronouns, respected my identity, they are some of the nicest people I have met. So that is why I try to advocate anytime I go to shit on a religion. I try to advocate beforehand that it is not the religion itself that I'm wanting to shit on. It's the really shitty people that want to use their religion as an excuse to be a piece of garbage to other people. It's like the same idea of martyrs using their religion as an excuse to commit a horrible crime in name of their religion. It's like, no, you're an awful person, and it's not the fault of the religion that the person did that kind of thing. It may put a negative twist on the religion, of course, because of it, but in my opinion, that is not on the religion if someone does something horrible in the name of the religion, when there are individuals of that religion that would not do the same thing. And I even get being so strong in your religion that you might disagree with my way of life, but if you're going to deny the fact that gender is a spectrum, and you're going to deny the fact that, well, you're born how you're born, and that is what it is. It's like you're going to try to advocate for that and then deny, like, gender identity. It's, you're also among the same group of, like, shitty people. So it doesn't matter in what name of what you're doing it for. If you're doing something shitty, you're a piece of shit, you know? And I don't like just shitting on people. Everyone has their struggles, but, like, if you're not gonna respect another human, then you don't get my respect. But anyway, enough of me being very strong with my opinions. This is why I try not to share my opinions very often, because I get very passionate about it, and I get caught up in it, and then I just start, like, I stop giving points of why it's bad, and then I just start saying it's bad, and that's not good. If you can't debate why something's bad in a calm, level head, and you just get upset, mad, or, like, frustrated over it or whatever, then, like, oh, it's out front, that's right. I have to get inside before I can... There we go. But no, just, in other words, just don't be a shitty person, and I'll respect you. Respect me, and I'll respect you. And that's what I mean by don't be a shitty person. It's just that easy to respect me. Like, just don't be a shitty person. Just respect others. Identify them as they want to be identified. It's like, Here, I'll give an example of a very controversial group of people. Furries, for example. I have no problem with people who are furries. I don't personally know any furries. If you want to break it down subcategory, I know a scaly, but I don't judge. Look, if that's how you want to live your life, don't my only thing is, and maybe this is where like I get a little judgy on it, but I personally am not friends with anyone that I know is a furry. I would rather not be around them while they're in their persona. That's my personal preference. I'm not going to judge them for it. I'm not going to treat them any differently for it. If they're of the, as I've heard some members of the community refer to it as, of the furry community referring to it as like the dark side of being a furry or some shit. Like, if you're an individual that does like sexual acts in your persona, I don't need to know that. I don't care what you do in the bedroom. Again, like, you don't have to justify yourself to me. If you're a furry, cool. I am not going to judge. I know that's one area that receives a lot of judgment from people. Like, it's like, oh, you're just fucking stupid. Why would you want to identify as this, that, and the other? And being a trans woman, no, I'm not comparing personas and gender identity, even though some people might try to. They are different. They are very different. I'm sorry to the furries. Your persona is not the same as my gender identity. But with that being said, they still deserve respect. Whether you're a furry or not, you're still a human, and you still deserve respect. You're a person, and that's what matters. And like, a person can do what they want so long as it doesn't harm others, you know? Live and love. Like, don't hate. I know it's so cheesy and generic to say, but literally, live and love. Like, don't live in hate. There's no reason for it. Your hatred is not wanted, it's not needed, and it is not desired by anyone. If you're a hateful person, it's because you're sad and miserable, and you need to look at your own life and figure out what's going on with you before you start treating others like shit. Alright, one last trip up and we'll have our black metal chest full, which I am happy about. But no, everyone's welcome here except for bigots, anyone that wants to throw around hate speech, which is a bigot. A bigot is someone that directly opposes or goes against someone's way of life, belief, or faith, simply because they disagree with it. So anyone that throws around hate speech, anyone that wants to deny gender identity and wants to claim it as gender ideology, because it is not gender ideology, that's making that people to explain. Anyone that claims gender is gender ideology and all of that is discounting the fact that gender identity is an actual thing. They're saying gender ideology because an ideology is like a way of life or a belief in something. Like, for example, like, you can have an ideology for a certain religion, or you can have an ideology for God, I don't know. It's a very, very broad term. But more specifically with gender ideology, they're claiming that, you know, we're just not pretending. What is the word? Like it's just not real. Like, gender identity is not a thing, and we're all just making ourselves believe. So I guess pretending, in their words, we're just making ourselves believe that, oh, well, I'm not a trans woman. Clearly, I'm a man. And it's like, no. I don't care what sex I was born as. You can have your assigned sex at birth, assigned gender at birth, whatever term. Sex is more accurate because your physiological makeup, like, what, to put it as scientifically blunt as I can, what your genitalia is when what you're born with is your sexual what was the word I was just fucking using? Your physiological makeup, which just means like your physical makeup of your body. That does not mean what your gender is. Your gender is a makeup in your mind, and it depends on a slew of multiple factors. whether it's the chemical makeup that's hitting your brain, or it's a whole other factor of reasons. Or to the people that want to say that being trans is a mental disorder. I'm shaking my head right now. You're just actually so stupid, because I have mental disorders. And because I'm trans, there are certain other mental disorders that I have to deal with, like gender dysphoria and stuff like that. But that's not because my, as they want to put it, my transness is a sickness. It's like, for one, that's not even a proper way to put it. But for two, my gender identity is not fucking made up. It's not a mental sickness. Oops. Wait, why do I even have that torch? I must have picked it up from somewhere. Okay, there is more stone under here. But no, just, anyone that claims gender ideology versus gender identity is, very well against, anyone who is trans. And, like, let me put it this way. Do you think I want to be trans? No. If I could have just been born as a woman, I would be much happier that way. If I could just be comfortable in the body and the sex I was born with versus my gender identity being different, yeah, I would be much happier that way. You think I want to have to transition? No, but unfortunately, my identity does not match the body I was born in, and therefore, I am trans. And it's like, also, another common misconception that I like to cover usually is, I didn't choose to be trans. I did not choose my gender identity. The only thing I chose was to be open and honest about who I am. So to the people that are like, oh, why do you choose to be like this? Is like, for one, fuck you. You're an absolutely disgusting piece of shit for having that mindset. For two, it's not a choice. Again, the only fucking choice I ever made about being trans was to be open about my gender identity. I've known since I was a kid that there was something off about me. I've always liked women's clothing, and like, I've never been very masculine in any way. I've always been way more in touch with my feminine side, and it wasn't until 2018 that I realized who I was. It wasn't until 2020 that I came out about who I was. But again, the only thing I ever chose was to be honest. But yeah, I think that's enough talk about that subject. Although I'm very clearly passionate on it, and that is why I could just keep talking and talking about gender identity, the LGBTQ plus community as a whole. We're not going to bring TERFs up because they're absolutely disgusting pieces of shit. I don't remember what TERF stands for, but it's anti-trans right activists that want to oppose gender identity, and those are some of the individuals claiming that is gender ideology. If you've heard of this group, Libs of TikTok, they're absolutely horrible fucking individuals. They're some of the biggest reasons why there's been LGBTQ plus community based like stores and stuff that have received bomb threats and what have you. An absolutely disgusting piece of individuals, the Libs of TikTok. Fucking. I do not advocate for hurting other people, but if anyone needed to be hurt, it's anyone inside of that group. Or their leader, you know, Raya Chaichik, or whatever her name is. I don't care to actually have her name proper. She's a disgusting piece of shit, and she's part of the reason why individuals like Nex Benedict got killed, and nothing fucking came of it. Fucking, you know, the police the school, everyone just covering it up because, oh, well, it was just a trans child that got killed. Who cares? It's one less blight off the face of the world, right? It's like, no. For one, that was a human fucking life. For two, you're a disgusting piece of shit for having that mindset. So, no, I do not like people that are like that. I am very much for gender identity. Very much against the claim of gender ideology. Okay, let's break this little rock. Well, it's not little, but it's little now. Smaller than it was. Pull the ground away a bit. And then I think we'll be wrapping after I get all this stone down there, because we're about at the 3-hour mark, and I do have some things that I need to get to today. Unfortunately, I've got a bit of a life. Just a wee little bit. Not too much. Why am I British now? I'm not sure. Once again, it's the inner colonization. Almost going Australian there now. Oi, crikey. That's a ripper right there. It's like, oi, grab me my boomerang. Alright, I'm gonna stop with the very horrible, offensive Australian accent. I'm sure it's offensive to someone. I don't do it to be offensive, I do it because it's fun. It's like silly to do accents. And they say it's a sign of autism to just randomly do accents. I don't know. I would not be surprised if I'm on the spectrum somewhere. I've not been diagnosed for either that or ADHD, but I'm like 99% certain I've got ADHD. And considering that ADHD is actually considered to be on the spectrum, just to a lower degree because it has some similarities to like autism. It's like, I would not be surprised if my ass is autistic. But once again, I am not, I do not self-diagnose, so I am not going to make any actual claims besides I might be. It would make sense with how some of my social interactions go and the lack of social cues I pick up on. So a lot of things line up, but again, I don't self-diagnose, so I don't know. And when I went to a psychiatrist, they only diagnosed me with PTSD, anxiety, and depression. I also know more of what to be looking for with behaviors now to explain to a psychiatrist, though, to try to get a better understanding of who I am as a person. I mean, I'm not like, I don't want to be on medicine. I take hormone medication already, I'm cool with that, but like, I'd rather not have to take medicine if I don't have to. I've been on an antidepressant before. Didn't feel like it really did anything for me. Like, I didn't feel like I was more stable or anything. But to be fair, if I keep myself in positive environments, my depression really isn't that big of an issue. It's just when I let myself wallow and like, really get into my feelings and then like get down about stuff. But like recently I've been making sure I go over to my sister's a lot anytime I feel down, because I have felt a couple moments where it's sad girl hours, you know, it's late at night, I feel lonely because I'm single, and it's like whatever kind of thing, not complaining about that, just in the sense of why I feel lonely. And then it's like I'll have some sad moments, and then it's just like I remind myself, it's like, hey, I'll be hanging out with my sister the next day. It's like, you don't gotta be so sad. Or I go ahead and let myself cry, because it's not a bad thing to cry. Sometimes you, like, need to cry to let those, like, negative emotions out. Otherwise, for me, it comes out as anger. And that's something I've had to work on a lot, because I had a very, violent childhood. A lot of abuse and all of that, blah, 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 blah. Not getting into that, not looking for sympathy. Just telling my story a little bit. And so because of it, it's like, I'm quick to anger, unfortunately, because that's a learned behavior from what I saw. And, learned behaviors are very difficult to unlearn. Believe it or not. When it's something you've done all your life, and you have to break the habit, yeah, it's real difficult. So, unfortunately, even to this day, with as calm as I can seem, I still get angry pretty easily, but I've gotten it more under wraps to the point where it's controllable and I can handle myself better, which is good. Like, nobody wants to deal with a crazy bitch. Let's be real. And I got those crazy genes, unfortunately. And I don't say that, like, jokingly. Like, I think, like, my mother might have actually been a bit of a psycho. She had a whole slew of issues that I don't know, and regardless of whether she disowned me or not, I'm still not gonna just sit here and speak bad on her. Not out of respect for her, but just because I don't want to talk shit about other people. Because honestly, she lost any ounce of respect that I had for her when she disowned me and treated me like absolute garbage leading up to it. But, you know, traumatic childhoods be like that. Trying to give her, you know, more chances as an adult, just realizing that, nope, she hasn't changed and she's not gonna change. She's still the same toxic person she always was when I was growing up. And unfortunately, I think she's always gonna be the toxic person that she is. Because I don't think she cares to change herself. Which is sad. I wish I could say I have a good, healthy relationship with my mother. That would be the desired outcome. I try not to feel like this, but when people have good, healthy relationships with their parents, I almost feel like cheated in a way, because it's like, I don't have that, because, well, my parents a piece of garbage and extremely toxic, but that's also not me, like, searching for sympathy from people, because I don't want it. I don't need the sympathy. As shitty as it might be, as awful of a person as she might be, it helped shape me into the woman I am today, and I'm happy with who I am. I would not change myself. I mean, there's little things I want to change about myself still, just for the sake of bettering myself as a person. But overall, I'm happy with who I am. I can go to bed at the end of the day and be happy with the majority of my actions that I've made throughout my life so far. And I know a lot of people can't say that. And it's taken me a while to get to this point. Even just 2 years ago, I didn't really like myself. In not my last relationship, but the one before that, I did not like myself even then still. And that was the relationship that, like, not pushed me to go to therapy, but, like, helped me get into therapy and realize, like, I knew I needed help, but, like, I have too much social anxiety to, like, put myself in an unfamiliar situation, so I never seeked out, like, professional help until one of my last relationships. Like, my partner helped me get into therapy, not, like, pushing me in, because, like, he wasn't like, oh, you need to go to therapy. It was like, hey, babe, I think therapy could really help you. And it did. It did a lot. I was not resistant to it, which is a big factor. If you're resistant to therapy, then it's not going to help you. If you're going in there telling yourself, this is going to help me, I'm open to learning, I'm open to sharing, but also not going in there with a mindset of, this is going to fix all of my problems, this is going to make me a better person. It's just like, well, no, it's going to help you fix your problems. It's going to help you. And the majority of things I learned with therapy is not how to fix my problems, but to give me tools to then help me prevent causing these issues in the future. Like, for example, one of the tools I learned about and have under my belt now is the rule of 5. Pretty much, if something annoys you, you have to stop or, like, upsets you, and it's not, like, a bigger thing that you have to stop and question this about. So if it's something that annoys you or irritates you, and you stop and think, okay, hold on, why am I annoyed? And then if you can't find a reason, then go to, is this going to keep me upset in this poor mood in the next 5 minutes? And if the answer is no, then why be upset about it? Why let it take up that mental space, that mental energy? I'm gonna go up and grab the wood, but I don't want to get any more stone. We're gonna be wrapping up here pretty soon, everyone. I just want to ramble a bit longer. But it's like, rule of 5. And it doesn't just have to be 5 minutes. You can change it. It doesn't just have to be 5 either. You can use any number if you wanted to do 3 minutes, if you wanted to do 10 minutes, if you wanted to do an hour. If it was something so serious that you were like, okay, how is this going to affect me in a week or something like that, of whether you should be upset over it or not. And, like, that's not just an excuse to be like, okay, well, how is this going to affect me in 2 seconds? Oh, I'm still upset. All right, well, I'm going to be upset over it. It's like, no, because the point of the rule is to keep expanding the timeout until it's appropriate for you. So, generally, I start with the rule of 5 of, is this going to keep me upset in 5 minutes? Usually, no. So then, usually, I take a deep breath, and I'm able to push those feelings away, not in an unhealthy way either, not in a sense of bottling up those feelings, because you should never do that. That's not good. Oh, there was stone up here too, so yeah, good thing I came up. Oh, well, actually, I'll want to leave some of that wood for building next time anyway. But, like, for example, one of my best examples, especially for anyone else who is trans, you'll understand. I've worked public service jobs a lot in my life. And since coming out, I get misidentified a lot. And for some people, you might just think, oh, we'll just correct the person. For one, I live in the Midwest. A lot of people around here are judgmental, and I never know if I'm going to correct the wrong person, and then I have to, like, literally watch my back now because they're going to, like, try to hurt me. And I'm not even exaggerating when I say that. Like, I mean that, like, legitimately. I don't live in a super dangerous area, but, like, I still live in an area where people have gotten shot or stabbed and killed, and they've been targeted for much less than their gender identity, especially with such judgmental people around here. The Midwest in general is not a great place, but especially in the town I'm in, it's a smaller town, does not have as big of an LGBTQ plus community presence. Although we have a good presence here. I'm very specifically not mentioning what state or town I live in just for my own safety. I've already given enough with just saying the Midwest, to be fair, but I mean that's also a big region of the United States, so I'm not that worried about it. I'll sleep real quick while I'm rambling. But no, just... So for me, with the rule of 5, it's like when I get misidentified... Oh, actually, sorry, I was explaining more on that first. So when I get misidentified, for some people, they might just think, oh, we'll just correct them. For one, there's my fear of, am I going to correct the wrong person and they're going to try to hurt me? For two, my thing is, so many people, unfortunately, identify me incorrectly, that I've gotten to the point where I only correct the people that matter to me, because it takes more energy to correct people than it does to just let them be ignorant. And there's certain people I'll correct too, because it's like I can tell that they weren't being malicious about it. But when there are the people that call me sir multiple times in one interaction when I'm checking out, like ringing up their items, taking their cash, and then sending them on their way, like... There have been so many times I've been misidentified, and them I can tell because I see how they look at me, I see their body language, I can see them look at my name tag, which says Chloe. I'm sorry, what guy have you ever met with the name Chloe? I'm very clearly a woman. Plus, I'm sorry, but I pass very well. Maybe not my voice as much, but guess what? Fuck you. There's plenty of women with deeper voices. That's not even a holdup for me anymore. I don't like my voice, but I don't hate my voice anymore, and that's good. With that being said, fuck you to the people that look at me, see my name, and then still choose to identify me incorrectly. If you're not sure, don't say a pronoun. Don't call anyone sir or ma'am if you don't know. Do not say he or she if you do not know. Use they, them pronouns if you do not know. And if you do know, do not use they, them pronouns. That is disrespectful. I have had someone, a friend of mine that I had to get on to when I first came out. He was using they, them pronouns when he very clearly knew my pronouns were she, her. And it annoyed me. It was disrespectful. It felt invalidating in a way because it's like, bro, you know my pronouns. You know I'm a woman. Why are you disrespecting me and using they, them pronouns? It's like, again, let me re-explain. For people that know my pronouns, do not use they, them pronouns. Use she, her pronouns. For those that don't know someone's pronouns, use they, them until you know. Because for all you know, they could be non-binary. And they, them are their pronouns. And you've already done a great job. But, I can say from my experience, I don't know about other trans people, but I can almost guarantee that any trans person would appreciate you using they, them pronouns if you don't know their pronouns. So with that being said, it's like when someone misidentifies me, it's almost like invalidating in a way. Not that I need other people to validate me, but it's the kind of thing of it hurts. It doesn't change how I feel about myself, and it doesn't change my actions or anything like that, but it changes how I think of other people. I've gotten very jaded to the world, and I've been working on not being so jaded, but at the same time, it's really difficult when I have a lot of interactions in person with people that are just so hateful, but then I've literally, and I am so very thankful for this, and I know it's going to happen eventually, but I have avoided any hate speech or anything like that on my streams. I've not had anyone come in here and be disrespectful to me. There was one person that I thought was being disrespectful and had mentioned, they're like, I don't know, you sound like a guy, and it was just like, no, I'm a woman. And then afterwards they apologized. They're like, look, I'm sorry, I didn't mean any kind of disrespect. I was just like, I didn't know. And it's like, okay, you don't know, so don't use the wrong pronouns, just use they, them. But like in a scenario like that, I don't get super mad because, like, not only did they apologize, they didn't know. That is the purest example of ignorance. Ignorance is not a bad thing, people. Ignorance is just the lack of knowing something. Everyone is ignorant in a lot of things. There's no human that has knowledge on everything, which means every human is ignorant to something. Again, nothing wrong with that. Ignorance just means there's room to learn and room to grow. But in that moment, it was the most innocent ignorance that there could be, and I corrected him, and then there was no problem after that. Like, so back to my original point of just, I'm so thankful that I've not had to deal with any hate speech or anything. On my YouTube VOD channel, I had to deal with a bigot, telling me I was wasting my life streaming and stuff, misgendered me twice in one message. I responded to it, telling them that my pronouns were she, her, and their response to that was, wow, you're really lost then. So I just deleted that comment string from my channel. I don't deal with bigotry. I handled it with kindness, but I was not going to leave that on my channel when someone's directly disrespecting me. And if that person happens to see this VOD, fuck you. Get the fuck off my VOD channel. And if you're seeing this on the stream, doubly fuck you. Get the fuck off my stream. If you're a bigot, someone with hate speech, someone that wants to not accept gender identity, get the fuck out of here. You are not welcome. You are the scum on the bottom of my shoe, and we don't want that here. We are all about inclusion. We are all about love. We are all about acceptance. So if you're not about any of that, bye-bye. Be gone. There's the door. If that means I lose support from people, good. I don't want your support. I want a very open, healthy, parasocial relationship with my viewers. And I want them to know that they can come here and chat and be open about who they are and not have to fear hate speech or being attacked in my comments or in my chat because there's fucking disgusting pieces of garbage here. So yeah, with that being said, thank you all so much for watching. I really do hope you enjoyed. Sorry for the ranting and raving so much, but also if you've been to the streams before, you know what to expect. And also if you have been to the streams before, thank you. If you're a first-time viewer, chatter, or follower, thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you're a returning chatter, deeply, greatly thank you. As much as I appreciate the first-time chatters, and I appreciate viewers in general, and I appreciate the follows, the returning followers slash returning chatters are literally what make the streams. And that's not to discount anyone that is not a returning chatter. or follower or anything. Any amount of engagement is absolutely appreciated here. Every level of the engagement, including all of it, instead of just saying any of it. Every level of the engagement is helping build this dream. Literally, I'm at 37 followers already. I've been streaming for like 2.5 months. That's insane. And I know I'd be at a few more followers if I had stayed a little more consistent over the last few weeks. But I'm trying to get things more established with just the 2 days a week and then the occasional bonus streams. Whereas I was doing like streaming like almost every single day there, sometimes twice a day. One or two of the times 3 streams in one day. So, definitely, I appreciate anyone, everyone, and all of you who have been coming out to support me. I will be streaming again tomorrow night, that is Wednesday night, at 8 p.m. CST, Central Standard. If you need to find it in your time, just type 8 p.m. CST, and then you should be able to get it converted to your time zone. I have a VOD channel on YouTube. It's LRG VODs. I was thinking about changing the name of it to the full Lady Rogue Gaming VODs, just so there's no confusion. I also have a Twitter. You can follow me there, at Lady Rogue Gaming. I have all my socials linked both on Twitch here and on Twitter. You can find my other socials on my VOD channel as well. I have my main YouTube channel where I make random gaming and non-gaming videos. That one's just called Lady Rogue Gaming. You can follow me on any of their, or if you do follow me on any of those platforms, thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. I try to get the VODs up within, it was within 24 to 48 hours before my computer died. Now I just try to get it up within the week at the very least. I do apologize for it not being as consistent on that front. Once I get a new computer, it will go back to being every 24 to 48 hours post-stream of the VOD being up. And with one last thing, you can also join the Discord if you'd like. I post there as well as on Twitter when I'm going live, so if you're not following me or have notifications turned on for Twitch, you can get your notifications there as well. If you do follow me on any of those, thank you very much. And with that being said, I will see you all Wednesday. I hope you all have a wonderful day, night, evening, afternoon, whatever time of the solstice cycle it is. I hope you're having a good one, and I will catch you in the next stream. Goodbye.